spot. Oh, that's kind of hard because the lighting, because my tablet lighting is not the best. Ooh, mom's hurt a little bit. They do. I mean, it's because I don't lift or work out. That's why they hurt so bad. So, and my body's never can't really get used to lifting stuff because I don't do it on such a consistent basis. You know what I mean? So it's so spread out. But all right. So like I said last night, I'm gonna well, I didn't say it last night to you guys, but for those that check the shorts in the comment sections of those, you know, you'll you'll see basically. Uh, but what is it? What I was going to talk about was the mini fridge being gone, as you can see on the thumbnail of this one. Yes, the mini fridge is gone. See, let me show you real quick. Yeah, as you can see right here, mini fridge is completely gone. Um, I decided, well, not just me, but well, basically, let me tell you the tale about that. So basically, um, because I'm also before I talk about the fridge, I'm trying to learn how to what is it? Because I remember I was told this multiple times by multiple different people that you well, what's the word I'm looking for? You explain too much. You explained like what happened or XYZ too much, basically. And instead of just trying to summarize it or put it in a way where it doesn't give too much away except for what is needed to be said, right? And what is it? A part of me always felt like I like I don't see the problem saying the whole yo bro, did you just start this live? Yeah, I did. I've only been live for a minute or two. But basically I because I'm the back to what I was saying, right? I'm that type of person that doesn't mind. I looked you up and saw you were live, bro. That's crazy. Hey, make sure you like the video, Paul. But I'm that type of guy that just explains shit how it is. Like if that's what happened, that's what happened. But I do. I don't know. It's just been a problem because I want to make sure I have the because usually the reason why I explain things the way that I do and say them is because I feel like some people are gonna misunderstand me, or something like that, or I don't know, maybe one more details. I don't know, but I just explain things the way I explain them, and if it's the whole thing, it's the whole thing. I don't really sugarcoat nothing when it comes to explaining something. You know, unless I don't know specifically beforehand, like that's like I don't know. You gotta. It's kind of weird. You gotta mention it in the conversation. Is it just a me problem, or does other people like struggle with this? Because I struggle with that a lot. Because I'd rather just tell you the full picture instead of just sum it up and say half of it. I don't know if that's just a me problem, but I'd rather just do that because at least you now have you have context of what the fuck is going on, like the whole internet bullshit. Yeah, I remember basically I was having a mini conversation with somebody else about it. See, I'm already trying, but that just like by me saying it in a different way like that, I don't know. It's already making me think like, what does he mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does he mean by that? I've seen your first four ASMR content. I was wheezing because I was the dude who gave you the idea. Either way, they were funny, bro. Like I don't remember that because I remember like actually no, I think you did because when we were doing the Roblox stream, like you should do an ASMR video. I think that's what it was. But like I was saying earlier, right? I mean, to be fair, I was thinking about doing ASMR for a while too, like before you brought it up. I was thinking about doing it for a while. Just to see because I've been watching it all these years from all these professionals that, you know, have hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of subscribers and viewers and shit and whatever. And I was just sitting there like, you know what? Not just because of this, but because I'm genuinely interested in trying it out myself and seeing how far I can take it. Because that's usually what I do with ideas is I go with it until like I have nothing I could add or provide for the idea anymore. Or for example, like some ideas are just one-offs, right? But then I have other ideas on the page that end up having more than one video because I'm genuinely more interested in doing it in different ways because I can do different types of videos or different types of things with it. And the editing is pretty cool too. Like for example, like when I do ASMR with multiple triggers, I could like go in CapCut and snip bits of that one trigger I don't want to continue and then push forward and have another trigger lined up right after that. So you guys can see the cuts and stuff to the next trigger and then the next trigger and the next trigger. But one of my personal favorites was the one with the batteries because I like the ones where I just do one trigger for the whole 50 something seconds. I don't know if I want to push ASMR videos to more than a minute. I'm not sure about that yet since when you do a YouTube short, people don't mind it being 50 plus seconds or 58 seconds or whatever. But when you go beyond that, you start thinking a little bit of the lines of you know what I'm saying? You start thinking like wait a minute. This is getting a little long because I know how people like their attention spans and all that other sort of shit isn't like how it once was where people are willing to watch like not a lot of people are willing to watch like a 30-minute thing unless you're doing something in that 30-minute thing, then people are inclined to watch it more. Like for example, like if it's your favorite thing in the world, you're way more inclined to watch it for 30 minutes, right? You're way more inclined to do that. But the moment that it's not interesting to you, you're going to click off, which let's be real, all of us are guilty of doing that, which I'm guilty of doing that. There are videos that I clicked on because I was interested in the thumbnail, and then I tried watching the video, and then I was immediately tapped out because, I don't know, I just didn't want to watch the video anymore after that millisecond or something like that. And I expect the same from people from my videos and stuff. But anyways, let's talk about the main thing here, right? About what I talked about earlier, about how the whole explaining, how I explain myself or explain situations, right? And how I have a problem explaining too much of the situation, so much so that I tend to explain it, like, all of it in that one sitting instead of just saying something simple like internet shitty, whatever, and then moving on, right? I explain it, like, I give you a paragraph of what's going on when I should try to summarize what's going on. Because at the end of the day, it's still the truth, right? That my internet is buggy and my internet's going through some shit, because it still is. It still turns off, turns on, all that other sort of shit. But my point is this. I should try to summarize it like this instead of giving you a whole fucking paragraph of X, Y, and Z of what happened. But I'm so used to doing X, Y, and Z because I love giving people more context slash better understand what the hell's going on, so that way they don't have any questions later about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do that. But anyways, that's the whole thing. But I'm going to try my best to try to summarize shit more. That's the point. I'm going to try to work on that. Okay. So, the mini fridge. This thing. Alright, so the reason why the mini fridge is gone, and I put by the way, I changed stools, by the way, from the other one, the one with the black stool, so when we do gaming videos like that, it'll be a lot better, so, been doing that a couple of times on Subspace over there. But, the mini fridge is gone because I remember I was in a conversation, and, what is it, was brought up that kind of had me concerned, and on top of that, like, more space. Right? And also, on top of that, the mini fridge was making like little sparkling noises or little crackle noises like every 20 seconds. And I won't lie to you, that shit was bothering the fuck out of me. Was bothering me pretty damn bad. Because when I was in conversation with somebody else, like earlier, like yesterday and all that stuff, while talking with them, I just kept hearing it go off over and over and over again. And, I'm over here, like, not, like, tripping out about it, like, showing how fucking annoyed I am about it, but my brain is going off the fucking walls with that goddamn noise. And it wouldn't happen like every millisecond, but it would happen like every 10, 15, 20 seconds. And I wanted to know what that sound was. And a lot of it was from the mini fridge, but I feel like also it might be some of the pictures I have up there. Maybe that also would also do the noise. I'm not 100% sure, but the mini fridge for the most part was doing most of the noises and shit. But the main reason I got rid of it, wait, no, I don't want to talk about that because that's quote unquote personal. So, like I said, main reason I got rid of it was, well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, as well. Like, for example, space. Because look how much space I have now. Before that mini fridge was, when that mini fridge was there, that whole corner, we lost that whole corner, and my stool had to be like right in the middle, right here. And instead of just being in the fucking corner and my charger being in the corner, like, it had to be all crunched up right there. While my cord and charger, they were behind the mini fridge on the side there. And, my tablet was sitting on top of it, which probably gave it a lot of heat, unnecessary heat. So that's probably why my device was so hot for so long, too. Most times when I wanted to do anything on it, outside of me using it and shit for streaming and all that other sort of crap. But, like I said, that's why I got rid of it, is because, Bill. But on top of that, like, space, all that other sort of shit. So, that's why that's gone. And honestly, it reminds me of how I first moved in here, because I remember when we first moved in here, that corner was like not always free, because if you guys remember, like, we've had, like, throughout the years we've been living here, we've had multiple different eras of our lives. Like, for example, like us having 2 twin beds, us sleeping on the floor with sleeping bags and a couple of blankets. For example, or just basically us on the floor without the sleeping bags. This giant ass bed right here, So there was a lot of like different types of way that we were freaking sleeping, and yeah, it was a whole thing. By the way, have you seen the new Avengers Doomsday trailer? No, honestly, I still haven't. I've only seen like Haas FR's what's it called video. Hoff or Haas, not Hoff. Haas, HOSSFR. Haas for real, right? His little skit video about it, right? That's all I saw. I have not seen the actual trailer. But I did hear from his video that, dude, it's about to go down. It might be one of the craziest movies all year, outside of Brand New Day and shit. Which, I'm really hoping Brand New Day. I mean, I know we got Savage Hulk back, but a lot of people are still kind of skeptical about Hulk. And I can't really blame them, because I don't know what's up with MCU, like the live action MCU, but for some reason they didn't know what to do with that motherfucker for a while, / kind of treated him like garbage. I'm not saying since the beginning or something, because that's not true, because when he was in Avengers, he was really good in Avengers. And obviously his 2000 and obviously his solo movies, he was good. But even his other adaptations were pretty good. What is it? Yeah, it was like, I think he was good in regular Avengers, Age of Ultron. He was probably peak in Age of Ultron when he got like possessed. But I would argue after that, like, Hulk is still good, but he like he never really hit that high as he did like when he was in Avengers. Like, for example, being fucking scary, ultra powerful, all that other sort of shit. Let's be real, dude. Like, you can make an argument, like, about, like, his existence, like, since Avengers and maybe Age of Ultron. And then after that, like, when he was in Thor Ragnarok and the other movies, he was nowhere near as good. Like, let's be real. Like, he was more on the goofier side. And when he was getting serious, it wasn't for very long. Bro lost to Thor without his hammer, dog. In the MCU, basically. When he was quote-unquote Gladiator Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, dog. Crazy shit, by the way. Basically, he lost because Thor was awakening his powers more and all that other sort of shit in that movie, and it was a whole thing there. Oh god, I'm getting on about that. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. I need to do this shit to reset my comments. Give me a second. Boom, cool. Yeah, but here we go. There we go. So I can see everything in real time. I don't blame them because the standard that people have for the MCU nowadays is so low that MCU can release something that is slightly better than usual crap than slightly better than the usual crap they release. And that's the thing. They were like on a fucking. I mean, everything like that's the thing. I know. A lot of people were like, "Bro, what happened? You were like making banger movies after banger movie after banger movie after banger movie, or at least for the most part, the movie was like overall at least good." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna be real. Like MCU had a legendary fucking run of constantly pushing out good movies after good movie after good movie. So it's like, of course, like throughout those good movies, you're gonna have a couple of stinkers, or movies that aren't as good as the other one you just watched from them. Because it kind of reminds me of like creating content on YouTube, where it's like if your favorite creator posts the video, he's not always gonna have the best video. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some videos that you're not gonna be as interested in, or there's always going to be a video that you genuinely think sucks from that creator. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of falls in line with that. Like, not every movie from the MCU is going to be a fucking 10 out of 10 masterpiece. But I can't blame people for thinking that because of how long they were going while making really good movies. Like, again, like, I mean, well, you can argue, like, the Thor movies, like, in between those were, like, all right. Like, I can't remember. I did not like Thor Dark World when I rewatched it all that much. I mean, it had its moments, but it was like, really? Because if I remember correctly, too, like, Thor movies, they were, like, either a hit or a miss a lot of the time. Like, um, and I think that's, like, a lot of people's consensus with Thor, too. Like, Thor movies, specifically. They were always like a hit or miss. Iron Man only had like three. Well, I mean, if you want to count Ironheart, I guess 4 or 5 Iron Man movies. But I honestly thought like the Iron Man trilogy was pretty damn good. Like overall, I enjoyed like all three of those movies. Not like they're not like the best thing ever, but I enjoyed them like nonetheless. Like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. I enjoyed a lot of those. They were pretty good movies, solid movies. I'm cooking right now, but Miles Morales. Oh my god. The Into the Spider-Verse and then the Across the Spider-Verse movies. Those were good. Those were really good animated movies. I love those. I love those a lot, dude. They were really good with their storylines, their characters, the pacing, all that shit. It was pretty cool. But I don't like how they're dragging on to have multiple parts. I kind of wish it was all in one movie, but I sort of do understand why they're dragging out because animation costs a fuck ton of money to do, especially at that level, like of animation and all that other sort of shit, and getting hundreds upon hundreds of people like on the art and all that other sort of shit, and having some people do like the rough drafts, some people doing like a ton of people doing the rough drafts, fix up on those rough drafts, and then the color it's a whole fucking thing with all that shit. But Miles was really good. This well actually I don't know about the Ghost Rider movies. The Ghost Rider movies from the MCU slash I think Sony slash PlayStation, I can't remember who made them. I liked the first Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider 2 was, I don't know, it felt completely different from the first movie, and it almost felt like a reboot of the character in a way. Like, it didn't feel like a continuation of the Ghost Rider movies. I think that's kind of why Ghost Rider just kind of stuck to comics, and then that was that. Or maybe animated cameos and appearances instead of getting anything new. Because, well, I mean, no, he has something new. It was that one show. I can't remember where it was, but it was on one of the things. Not with Johnny Blaze, but it was with the newer Ghost Rider that people are trying to use more nowadays. Not like Johnny Blaze, because I love Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, like with the motorcycle jacket and stuff like that. I love that Ghost Rider. That's my favorite. But the other Ghost Rider, like I'm not really too good. I'm not really too likey of Robbie and shit. Suicide Squad was mad decent too. Wait, which Suicide Squad are we talking about? Because they have two movies. It's Agents of Shield, and that Ghost Rider was Robbie Reyes. Yeah, see, thank you, Lucas. Go, yeah, Agents of Shield. That's what the show was called. I didn't get to watch it though. I kind of wish I did, just so maybe I can like Robbie a lot more than I currently do. And I can't remember if it was like a Disney Plus exclusive show or a show that was from somewhere. I can't remember. I can't remember like what it was on. Maybe I can find something to watch it, but well, honestly, I don't want to do that. But because I don't like going on websites, that have movie websites and shit. Mainly because I'm afraid of the whole streaming aspect. Because a lot of oh god, that just reminds me of an instance where Louis thought the CW platform wasn't a streaming service. Oh god, that was a whole thing, but neither here nor there with that. That was bad enough to begin with. The first one? Oh fuck, I can't remember. Was that the Suicide Squad movie, right? Was that the first? Ah, shit. I'm trying to think like what it was because again, the show was somewhere else, but the first episode I watched, or the show was something else. The first episode I watched, but it was put on Disney Plus later on, from what I remember. Oh, okay, so it was on Disney Plus. Damn. Wasn't the first Suicide Squad movie with like Heathens like as one of the main songs, and then Joker had all those tattoos? Because again, I don't remember the second Suicide Squad movie all that much. I don't even think I fucking saw it, really. But I think didn't the second Suicide Squad have like John Cena in it or something? I swear he did something. I think I'm trying to remember because again, I don't remember like a whole lot of movies a lot, like unless like I watched it very recently. And since I don't like write notes on anything anymore, I used to see when I remember when I used to do my experience videos, and the reason I haven't done it is because like I like showing like footage of the game I'm talking about too, like on specific bits instead of just expecting y'all to figure it out. I can do my experience videos without the goddamn showing gameplay, but for those that don't know like what I'm talking about, I'd love to show them and give them context like that. So I can't do it because PS5's out at the moment. Because again, we don't have new router, new shit, all that other shit. Which honestly, whole thing, I don't fucking know about that. I'm not gonna talk about that much. I didn't watch the second one. Oh, so I right though with the Joker with the tattoos? Was I correct on that? Because if I was right on that, that's cool. I remember that the first one was with Jared Morbin Leto, and the second one had Sylvester Balboa Stallone. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen the second one. I know it because I saw the trailer. Yeah, bro, you're right. Oh, I was right. Yeah, that movie was. I need to rewatch it to be honest because I remember when I watched it, I think I either fell asleep or like because I like this is how I remember the movie. I remember the movie more for it. I remember the movie more for Heathens and then the Jared Leto Joker design than anything else. But then again, I could always rewatch it, get a second opinion, on the bitch instead. You know what I'm saying? So that would be something, certainly something. That'd be something. Uh, so that way I don't have to just like go off of like what I can remember. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man 1 was fire too. I loved Iron Man 1. Tony built this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Sorry, I remember when I watched Iron Man 1 again, like with Nick, damn, watching Disney Plus with Nick was a really good time, and making those videos with Nick too was really cool as well. Like allowing him to be on the TV, so you guys can hear him or on mic while we were doing the Iron Man reviews and stuff. The only reason we stopped that was because I remember at that time, like Nick had a whole Disney Plus account. He shared it with me. Then it turned into a whole fucking thing where I remember he had to he forgot the password or something like that to it at the time, and it wasn't really his. It was like a friend's of Nick at the time that he just let him use the Disney Plus, and I guess since they're we're in contact anymore, Nick just scrapped the whole fucking account after a while, or after he forgot the password and shit to it, and all that other sort of shit, and it was a whole thing. And after I lost access to it, I kind of just stopped watching all of it. And I remember like Ronnie wanted to watch all the Marvel movies with me and uh do all that shit with me cuz to the point like where my last review of the Marvel movies were, and we were just going to continue from there. And I was down with the idea, but I almost didn't want to do it for more than one reason, right? Like, for example, I started with Nick. I would love to finish it with him. I think that was what was going through my head. But I at that point, after like Nick said, let's just get your own and I'll have my own, and then we do it. I was kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't really pay for my own Disney Plus and shit, like monthly or something. So it was usually, someone else paying it, and we usually jump around from streaming services, and I don't really watch too much streaming services, to be honest. So I mean, I do, but I don't. I only watch like YouTube 90% of the time. Like, and if I was watching something else like an anime, I would probably just go to a random ass website like Watch Cartoon Online or something to watch like some animated shit or whatever. But I don't really do that anymore. I just watch YouTube, like YouTube and then YouTube Shorts, because you know that's where I mainly watch a lot of my shit nowadays. I mean, I do. Again, I'm not saying I didn't watch any subscription services past. That fucking reminds me of like when me and Ronnie were talking about this, and like fuck, it was, I can't remember if it was an Assassin's Creed video. I think it wasn't one of the Assassin's Creed Revelation videos that we talked about this, and then Ronnie said, "Well, that's fucking cap because you were watching fucking HBO Max, you were watching all this other sort of shit," and I like, and he was like kind of like trying to say like this is cap because of XYZ, and I was just meaning like in the fucking moment, like 9 times out of 10, like I'm not, like we aren't doing something, like for example, like me and Ronnie aren't watching it together, or like Louis and I aren't watching shit. It mostly is YouTube. That's what I meant. But since he didn't really get that at that moment, and I'm not saying it turned into anything, but it kind of was something. It was like, okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Mine is End of Watch. What's your favorite live action movie? I don't know what my favorite live action movie is, to be honest with you. Like, because I love a lot of movies, like, I love the Top Gun movies. Those were good with Tom Cruise. I love those. Mission Impossible was also good as good as hell as well. I do love 007, obviously the MCU movies and shit. But outside of all that, I really don't watch a lot of shit. I mean, I also do love the Bruce Lee movies. Those were cool too. But and I've watched all these live action movies so far and spread out from each other that it is almost hard to really kind of pick a favorite and then stick to it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like trying to figure out your favorite game. In my case, it's kind of hard. Like, sure, most people probably assume it's Undertale or Deltarune, but like, I love me some Mario and Donkey Kong too. So I could have like favorites at the moment, but let's be real. And this is why I always say like, I don't say like favorites are pointless or anything, because some people never change on that, like on their favorites, but a lot of people do, and myself included. Like, for example, like 7 years ago, I said Bleach was the peakest fucking anime of all time, the best thing since sliced bread, and I was ready to glaze Bleach at any second. Look at me now. I don't even give half of a fuck about it because times change and people's favorite things and favorite things to do, or, things they like to do, or just favorite thing changes over time. Like, for example, you may love cookies and cream ice cream. That's your favorite one right now. But next week it could be fuck, what was it? Vanilla. Next week. That could be your new favorite one. You're giving vanilla a try or some shit. I don't know. Nah, your favorite game is Crash Bandicoot. It's not Crash Bandicoot. Look, I may have gone above and beyond with that motherfucker, but because of those experiences, he's kind of went like really downhill, and also because I overplayed Crash. I think that's another reason why like Crash for me has kind of went down like in a way too. I still love the motherfucker. Like I still like Crash, but if you got like a new game right now called Crash Bandicoot 5, I'd be so hesitant to play that bitch because a part of me would be like, are we going to go through XYZ again with trying to 100% the fucking game? Because remember what happened with Crash 4, dog. Like, that was really fucking bad. Same with the Insane Trilogy. That was really fucking bad. And it's like, if he did get a new game that was an actual platform, because I don't give a fuck about Crash when it comes to racing or whatever that new game on PlayStation 5 was, like that fuck, what was it? It was like not Crash Team Racing. It was that Crash Bandicoot game where you were on teams and you were trying to get Wumpa Fruit to your side, and it was like this multiplayer Crash Bandicoot game. That shit was ass. I knew immediately that this was not a game that Toys for Bob wanted to make. This was a game that the fucking companies and the studios higher up wanted, or PlayStation wanted with the live service bullshit. And that Crash game sucked. I hated that. The moment I saw it, I already knew I was not wanting to play it. Because if I'm playing Crash, right, it needs to be a fucking platformer. Now, if it was Mario, I can do all sorts of shit with Mario. Like, if it's in a cart, fuck it, I'll do it. If it's in, like tennis, golf, whatever. If it has Mario's name on it, I'll go fucking do it. Because whenever Mario, for the most part, has an idea, I'm at least like almost inclined to try it out because his universe is cool and his characters are cool. I'm not saying Crash's universe isn't, because Crash's universe is really cool. But for example, like with his racing game and shit, I was not interested in that, bro. I'm, not at all. Same with Sonic too. I don't care when Sonic. I mean, I would give a new spin-off a try, like if it's a new genuine idea. But for the most part, I love Sonic when he's at his best, when he's platforming and shit. Same with Mario too. But his spin-offs are also really good too. Like if you have a really good spin-off, you know what I'm saying? Spin-off or spin-off series, then I'll consider playing you. And let's be real, like the Mario spin-offs, like the golf and tennis, I only cared about for a period of time, and then I was like, I'm done with these. You know what I'm saying? Kind of same with Mario Party. I mean, I care about it, but like not so much so where it's like I wanted to take over and I'm playing it a bunch. I mean, I am playing it a bunch because there's a bunch of entries, but outside of that, I'm not really playing it with anybody, because Louis doesn't want to play Mario Party or Kart or whatever, so I'm just playing games that are single player and just kind of keeping it to myself because I think it's important when you buy a game, at least from my experience, when you buy a game and you play it for you, and you only, and if your audience wants to see it too, cool. That's dope if you're a YouTuber or something. But if you're not, buy games that are for you, not just buy games because, your friends are telling you to buy the game. And I really hate that mindset slash mentality some people have, because whenever you buy a game with your friend, right, it's like, it almost feels like it's the talk of the town for like that day or that week, but then after that, your friends aren't playing it anymore. They've already moved on. And it's like, I just spent $60, maybe $70 to play this game with you guys, and now we're acting like it doesn't exist. And you can't tell me I'm wrong on that because I personally experienced that with actually even a couple of close friends of mine. Like, for example, like J Stars. I remember like me, Ronnie, and Dave. We love J Stars, but we did it like once or twice, like every now and again. And then after that, like it would be like that one session of J Stars, and then we would like, or maybe a couple sessions of J Stars. Because again, when we were younger, we were way more into it. But as time moved along, we started playing it less and less and less and less and less and shit. And and I remember with Phantasma, I remember me and Nick played this ghost game for like a day or two, and getting into it, getting scared, trying to figure out the game because it was like this ghost hunt slash ghost discovery game or whatever the fuck. And we played it for like one session, and then after that session, never fucking played it again. And I remember from not only just those two instances, but I had more instances like that in my past. And that kind of defined why I'm trying to stay away from playing a lot of games with people nowadays, because all they're going to do is, instead of playing it all the time with me, they just want to play it with me like once and then fuck off. So from that experience that I've had for that, I'm just like, bro, I think it's mainly or way more important that I play games that I'm solely invested in and that I want to play. So that way, whenever you buy the game, it's not like a worthless purchase or like a purchase that's not as good. You know what I'm saying? Because when you purchase a game, like I just said, it's important that you're buying it for you instead of just buying it for somebody else or doing it for an external reason for like quote unquote other people, right? And again, it is cool every now and again to try a game out because people told you to, but if you don't have that initial drive to check it out and be interested in it yourself, then the game is almost not worth playing, or the game is not worth playing. Because then you're just sitting there not only not enjoying yourself, but then it's like everyone else is probably not going to be enjoyed by it either because you're not interested in it to begin with. So whenever you suggest a game to somebody, you got to make sure it aligns with their interest, so that way, they'll be like, okay, shit, I'll give this a shot. I've been interested in this for a while. Like, for example, Deltarune. I've recommended this to, well, actually, no, I tried my best not to be that one Deltarune guy that just recommends it to every single soul he touches or something like that. But I recommended it to Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie was already pretty interested in it, like, without my input. So, which is phenomenal, by the way. I like that. That you're interested in something without, others' input. But then again, it's not a bad thing to be inspired by somebody else playing that game and then you want to check it out too because your homie played it and it's like, okay, my homie played it, so I'll check it out too. Why not? But remember, right, like I said earlier, it's very important that your interest for that said thing comes first before other shit, So it just boggles my mind when people do that. And I get it. It's because they're more gaming on a casual sense. So I understand that. And I'm not trying to say I'm not casual because I'm very casual when it comes to everything I try to play. I try to get to the beginning, or I try to play from the beginning to the fucking end if it's possible, right? Without trying to 100% everything, because 100%ing every game is just, that would be a bitch. I'm sorry, but for anybody that 100%s every single game they touch, nah, man, that, I don't even know if you're fucking gaming at that. I mean, you're gaming, but like, shit, like I don't know how to describe you, to be honest. Um, During my Bleach Soul Resonance playthrough, I've been grinding to upgrade Noelle. By the way, I was able to get her and Dual Zangetsu Ichigo. But people don't want to check out a specific game, then that's fine. I would be like, fine by me. Yeah, for real. And that's my point too, right? If you don't want to check it out, that's fine. But that's what I mean. Like, I think it's very important for your interest, your sole interest, to be like the driving factor to really play the goddamn game. Not just like other people saying, yo, play this because of X, Y, and Z, So that's why I'm like, that's exactly why I say what I said. Or I said what I said. because I've seen it time and time again from people I know personally, and then also like on the internet and shit, and it bugs the fuck out of me, you know. Especially because I know someone right there that does it sometimes, aka Lubit, where he'll buy a game that he's interested in, but it's so far and far between. Where it's like, because like obviously like Xenoverse 2, he loves because he just generally loves it. I'm not gonna say he bought it because of a friend, but let's say this: Mario Kart 8. When he bought that bitch again, I was sitting there like, nah, he bought this because he was playing with his friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing wrong with having a game that you play specifically with your homies. I'm just saying like, because I'm more of a single player guy and I love going into a game by myself and my own interest and all the other sort of shit. It's like when I do see someone buy a game because they want to play with their friends only, it's like, damn, dude, so you didn't have any interest in this beforehand? Like, before you bought it, you just did it? And depending on the price, too, it's not that fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like, if you spent $60 on a game that you were going to play with your friends, that game better be fucking good. You know what I'm saying? But if you spent, like, less on it, like 40, 30, 20, then obviously, if you only play this with your friends, whatever, 20 bucks, not all that much, really. But 60, 70, $80, or maybe even 100 for playing with your friends, that game better be really good. And you better be interested in it. Fuck. Because if you're not, you just wasted $60 or $70 potentially on something you didn't like. But that's the cool thing, too. Whenever you're gaming, you're also experimenting with what you like. See, I already know what I like, so whatever games I'm going to try out or play, I already know. And plus, since that modded Wii is phenomenal, by the way, because there's so many games in there that I can try out, right? And because I can try them out without having to pay again for a single one of them, if I don't like it, all I can do is just shut it off, and stop playing it without the worry of, damn, I just spent money, or I had Louis spent money on the fucking game in question and I don't fucking like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. It's great for that. Yeah, exactly. BBS is a good example of that. The game is fun, but it also can be boring at times. Sonic Dash is another example of it. Oh, God. Sonic Dash, I only played Sonic Dash I mean, I do have nostalgia for that game. Sonic Dash was a really good endless runner. I loved Sonic Dash, at least the original. The original Sonic Dash. Sonic Dash 2, which was Sonic Dash 2, Sonic Boom, not that much, to be honest. And then the other ones, not so much either. Sonic Dash was probably the best one out of all of them, though, in my opinion. Because it at least just straight up it at least straight up tells you, hey, this is what we are and this is what we're sticking to. All the other ones try to do something different, but then they all end up feeling like clones of Sonic Dash. Except for Sonic Runners and Sonic Jump. I loved Sonic Jump. Sonic Jump was a very good fucking video game. Very good. I love that one. I was intrigued by tilting the tablet to make Sonic go from the right to the left. And usually, again, I don't mobile game, but goddamn, that was fun shit. One day, what's something I need to find? I need to find fucking Angry Birds, and we need to play, like, through the original Angry Birds. That would be something, too. But fucking Ravio or Ravio, the company, always be taking the first one off, or putting it behind a fucking paywall, which, never understood that. But, or putting Angry Birds 1 behind, like, some weird-ass subscription service. It's a whole thing. I like Sonic Dash 1, Sonic Dash 2, it's okay. Sonic Forces Speed Battle, it's ass. It has its positives, but I personally don't like it. Yeah, I don't like a lot of, like I said too, I don't like a lot of the other Sonic clones either, like the Sonic Dash games too. I kind of miss playing Sonic Speed Sim though a little bit. Speed Sim was really good. A really good Sonic game. That wasn't made by Sega, but it was licensed by Sega, so it's pretty good. But, oh yeah, as well on the mini fridge now, right? Since we got rid of it, now, like, whatever we do buy, we have to kind of, like, for example, my water, I would have to, like, leave the room and go put it in the main fridge now, or other shit, which, it's gonna take me and Louie a bit to get used to, but honestly, it's not that bad needing to get the fuck up. But actually, well, I mean, it can be depending on what time it is. Like, for example, right? If it's like 10 o'clock and, it's hot as fuck or something at night, because usually that's what happens to me. I wake up a good chunk of every night, at least once or twice because of the heat or some stupid shit like that or whatever. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I want a couple bites of my ice cream and shit, you know? And the convenience of the mini fridge was basically being able to open the fridge door and you just having it right there, so I wouldn't have to like move too much. But at the same time, my ass does need to be moving, because even if I don't move a lot, I should still be moving regardless, like getting up and like walking around. And plus, look at all this space right here now, man. Look at all this space right here. Yep, I can walk to the edge of the room right there. You know, and then all the heat from the mini fridge can be, only just this goddamn bed and whatever the fuck those are doing. So it won't be that bad, or at least and it'll be easier on the fucking bill. That that was the main reason I did it, was because of the bill, and I was getting kind of tired of like, you know, well, I mean, just because I got rid of the mini fridge doesn't mean it's gonna magically make the fucking bill go like $100 down. But you know, anything to help out in a way that I can help the fam, make things a little easier. I'll do it without a second thought. You know, I'll just straight up do it. But oh yeah, turns out I don't really have. And I don't know, I kind of found this out the other day when I was talking the other day with people, but it turns out I don't really have fucking ADHD, or at least I don't think so, right? And because I'm not gonna lie, my entire life, right, I thought I really did have ADHD. And one thing they talked to me about, they told me was they were telling me while we were conversating the other day. They told me that how you're laser focused on one thing. I mean, look at you. Like how you're doing Subspace Emissary or YouTube. Every day you're waking up every day to do it. You're that focused on it in comparison to other people, because people with ADHD, they can't focus on one thing, you know. And whenever I see you focus, you're laser focused on that thing you want to go out there and do, And nothing's gonna get in the way of that unless like something that something happens or whatever like that you can't control. Like for example, the game stops working or something, then you stop doing it or something like that, or you don't have internet or something. Just obvious shit. You know what I mean? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, that kind of makes sense. And I think the reason I believed I had ADHD for so long is because not only I was in like the same class with a lot of kids that also had it, and since I was probably pretty young, maybe I picked up on those mannerisms or some shit. Maybe. I have no fucking idea. Or maybe I did have it when I was extremely young. But then again, I don't know. See, my brain's all over the place on that. But it does make sense if I actually didn't have ADHD and I had, like, something else. Because obviously, everyone knows I have that slower fucking brain thing that's slowly coming back together, as time moves on and as shit clicks with me and resonates with me more. My brain will be better as I get older and all that other sort of shit. So obviously we have that and something else, but mainly a lot of those things, I would say, yeah, other than my brain and then maybe anger issues, other than those two things that we kind of see all the time, I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm not normal, but well, I'm me. Of course, I'm normal, as in like I'm a normal human ass being. But my point is this, right? We all know those two things, but outside of that, everything I would say else is just on paper, and I don't see those papers, so I don't know what the fuck I'm diagnosed with for the most part. Plus, I haven't been to the doctor in like 10 years, so that'd be the only way to really see what I'm diagnosed with. And which I don't mind going to a doctor, but at the same time, it's like, why? I don't have a broken bone or something where I need to go to a hospital to get a cast, you know? So there goes that. But other than that, that's about it. But how are y'all, man? How are y'all today, man? Because after moving that fridge, my head was sweating so bad. If you had to choose Mario or Sonic, which one? Don't do me like that. Do not do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that. You know, for a long time back in the day, I remember, like, when I was a kid, I loved Sonic so much, but something always naturally attracted me more to Mario than Sonic way back in the day. And I think it was because, like, I obviously loved, like, I love them both nowadays. I love them both, like, on an equal playing field, right? And that's why I don't like choosing between one, right? Because in a lot of these instances, I couldn't choose between one. Because back then, too, for a long time, I struggled with liking. I mean, I could like multiple things, right? But like, I struggled with liking something like it's complicated because hear me out. For a long time, I would like something, but because I'd like this thing more, I would have to like that thing more than all those other things. And for a long time, I would only have to like that thing. I even started struggling with liking multiple things all at the same time and only focusing on that one thing I like because I was so hyper focused and laser focused. I would argue like the Bleach days is a very good prime example of that, where I loved Bleach, nothing else mattered, or nothing else was quote unquote as good. And I realized that mindset was extremely toxic. Thank God I fucking grew out of that. And started to be like, you know what? I like a lot of things that I like because I like it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be put on a pedestal. Or I don't have to like something more than the other. I can just like it for it. You know? Instead of always choosing. But back when I was a kid, I've always gravitated more towards Mario. And there were periods of time where I gravitated more towards Sonic. So that's why between those two, I have always kind of went back and forth because there was one point in time where I loved Sonic more because I loved how his adventures were drastically different every goddamn game. And it wasn't like, I mean, sure, it was still Sonic and Eggman going at it, but everything about like how they're going at it, like versing each other and shit, was different. It wasn't exactly the same, like kind of similar to Mario in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm not saying Mario doesn't change up his adventures too. He does. But like compared to Sonic, the scale, it's like night and day a lot of the time. So it's like, damn, I like Sonic a lot because of his big battles with godlike beings or giant ass beings that could destroy the whole world. It's fucking cool. Sonic games are only one and done for me, but most Mario games I replay so much, like EX, Mario 64, uh, any Mario Party, and all the spin-offs are goated like Warrior games. Like Warrior games, Luigi games too. I got you. Yeah, but like for me, since I go like all around, Sonic only spin-off is Shadow. That's not true. Sonic has a lot of spin-offs actually. Sonic's racing games are considered spin-offs. Sonic, like Sega Tennis, is considered a Sonic spin-off in a lot of ways. A lot of people say like that's kind of like a different game, and I'm like that's fair too. You can make that argument, but since Sonic and a lot of characters are in like the Sonic Tennis joints, there are Sonic Tennis joints out there that are a spin-off. What is it? Outside of Sonic's like racing and then a lot of one-off spin-offs, he does have a lot. Like for example, like again, like I mentioned, the Sonic Racing joints, Sonic R, like Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, Knuckles Chaotix is a spin-off. what is it? Let's see. I'm trying to think of more spin-offs because Sonic has a lot more. Like all those arcade one-off games are considered spin-offs, you know, of Sonic. You got the Sonic Boom series, which is a spin-off slash a sub series, almost kind of rebooty type of thing going on there. You got the you got fuck, I'm trying to think of more. Shadow the Hedgehog, obviously from 2005. Which fuck that game, dude. Fuck that game if you're not going into it as extremely casually as you are, dude. It's really bad once you try to go for one other route. If you just go for the neutral route, like you're just blasting through stages, not giving a fuck, the game's the best thing. But if you're not doing any of that, it sucks. It really sucks, bro. Sucks bad. But anyways, but Sonic does have a lot of spin-offs. They're just not as oftenly shown anymore as like Mario or something, where Mario has a bunch of sub-series on the back burner if Nintendo could use at any disposal. Like for example, Mario Tennis is still going. Mario Golf is still going. The RPGs for Mario are still going, which, by the way, I feel like Sonic deserves a fucking RPG or another chance at it. You know, like officially a chance at it, not like Sonic RPG from fans. I'm talking like a real Sonic RPG outside of Dark Chronicles. Because I will not lie, I feel like Sonic, in an RPG sense, could be fucking, excuse me, freaking gas in there. Like, gas up in my fucking chest and stuff. I genuinely feel like Sonic and them could soar to the fucking moon if they had an RPG. Because I love my fucking RPGs, dude. I love them so much. Like Deltarune, Undertale, Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, fucking like Paper Mario 64, that's what I meant, not just regular Paper Mario 64, Thousand Year Door, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Superstar Saga, Partners in Time, like those are so fucking goated right there. I was so on and off with Final Fantasy IV, but I'll say Final Fantasy IV. I'm mixed on it, but I enjoyed. There were bits of Final Fantasy IV that I really enjoyed. So Final Fantasy IV, like those are some really good ones. Even though I was pissed at Final Fantasy IV for a long ass time, or a lot of my mini reviews, yeah. You'll see it if you watch the My Experience videos and get to that area. You'll see. You'll see me go back and forth to Final Fantasy IV like a goddamn plague. Which, I don't know if I deleted most of those videos or not. I probably did, probably didn't. But that's something. But Final Fantasy IV's music, oh my god, that shit is good. Getting really good. But, what is it, man? I'm gonna say this, man. Let me say something real quick. Let me put y'all up against TV real quick. Right? I hate wearing shirts. I really do. I don't like wearing shirts all that much, man. I don't. Let me tell you why. I don't like wearing shirts that much. It's mainly because of the fucking weather here and how bad I sweat. And because I'm like, my brain's constantly feeling like it's going to work by, you know, doing my usual stuff. So I hate wearing shirts because it just heats me up and it gets that dirty when clearly my shirt didn't need to be dirty. I can just go shirtless or whatever for most of it. That's why I feel more comfortable as shirtless, to be honest. And honestly, the heat's getting so bad, I just say fuck my shorts sometimes, dude. And just kind of just rock it in my fucking underwear or undergarments and shit because of how bad it is. And because my comfortability is getting less and less with, like, the more fucking clothes I have on my fucking back. Which isn't even all that much to begin with, but still, it's like, what the fuck? You know? Like me, like if I played, I don't know, fucking Subspace or some stupid shit. Like, that shit would make me go, honestly, this would be a good-ass day to watch some fucking Joe, but, oh my god, speaking of Tomorrow's Joe, dude, Me and Ronnie are so on and off with that fucking show. It's mainly because I never get in fucking call with him on Discord. I know he's talking with Jem and shit, and he also has work now, so I have to think about a time where he isn't working so we can do that shit, and it's some, you know, it's something. I actually even I haven't even like because I don't usually call people on Discord. I usually do the whole PlayStation thing where we're in PS parties doing this shit. That's what I mainly do. I don't do the whole. I mean, I do Discord. You know, obviously I'm in there. I'm in general VC when we're playing Roblox and shit. But outside of us playing Roblox, like I think Ronnie and Nick are probably the two people I called outside of that one time with Lucas a couple of times and maybe Colton and shit where I was trying to help him out when he was going through his rough patch. That was a whole thing, which I'm not going to discuss, but that was a whole thing. But yeah, outside of that, that's everything going on with me, man. That's literally everything. I know I become yapper of the central when I do a vlog. Also, I was thinking about ending it, but I don't want to end it yet. I really like how you guys are liking the new ASMR videos though, because people were subscribing yet last night from the 3 ASMR videos I gave last night. The second ASMR video I did, the third, and the fourth ASMR video. Which, the titles were very simple. Like, my second ASMR video ever, my third ASMR video, and then ASMR with batteries, you know. I don't know why I did that, but I did that. And I was like, you know what? I think I might just do ASMR with a GameCube controller because those fucking triggers are really goddamn good. I loved that trigger. And I think what I'm going to do for the next one is maybe try to use, where is it? Try to use my headset, right? Because it has a mic right here, and I was thinking maybe if I put my headphones on and, you know, we put the triggers up to this mic, and it's going to be using this audio, but because I can figure that shit out. We can figure something out. I can do something like this. I'm going to try it out and then hear the audio with it and stuff, so that way we can figure out, like, if that's better than how I was doing ASMR videos before, then I could probably do something like that. You know what? Trolling Louis ASMR next, I might fucking do that. I'm just kidding. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking do that. No, I already bug him enough as it is for shit. Speaking of which, you know what I am going to talk to him about, because I completely forgot about it until the moment, Paul, that you mentioned that about trolling Louis. Fuck, because and also the whole fridge idea of us getting rid of it, that was, like, I think Louis was also thinking about it too, but, like, it was so, like, so long-ass time ago that we just never got around to doing it, and it stuck around for longer than it needed to. I mean, it was a really cool idea. That mini fridge really was cool initially, bro. Like, really fucking cool. Like, you know, because we never had our own mini fridge up to this point, or at least I don't think we did. Because again, my memory isn't like the best when it comes to things that I don't really recollect. Like, I can't remember for my life, so that's something. But it was really cool. But anyways, I was thinking, what if you did a Rage ASMR, but us in the closet, so it sounds like we are your neighbor or something? What the fuck? Oh my god. That would be funny. Fuck! What the fuck, this goddamn Mario Kart? Like that, but as ASMR, where I, like, tone the audio all the way down. And you guys are in the closet just like, what the fuck? But no, that would be funny. That's a funny little ASMR thing. One of my favorite triggers, I think, is this, though. I love the water splashing and shit. The splashing of water. Or maybe I can do this. Ooh, that's actually different. That's gonna be a whole video. I just found a whole video right there. With just doing the water like that. People were also recommending me, like, if you go to those videos in the comments too, like, people were genuinely recommending me, like, different triggers. Like, people wanted me to do wood tapping. Somebody wanted, yeah, it was wood tapping. I do remember that one. And then like somebody wanted like the GameCube controller to be one again, but like I think for a whole thing. And I'm thinking about just taking one object because it is a short after all. It is like an ASMR short. I was thinking about just taking one object and doing it for a whole video and stuff like that. Or put dry sand in a bottle and slowly turn it. Yeah, dude, these are really good ideas for like future ASMR videos, man. I didn't think as well, like when this ASMR thing, I just started it because it was a fucking joke. You know, like I remember it was me, Lucas, and Void in a fucking Roblox livestream part 104. I remember we were just sitting there and we were joking around saying, "Yo, dude, maybe you should do ASMR and shit and whatnot and so on." And you know, it did initially turn into it was a joke at first. I wasn't really gonna do it, but then a part of me was like, you know what? Fuck it. I love creating new ideas, and since I've been having ASMR on the back burner in the back of my mind for so fucking long, why don't I just actually do the idea? Because again, it's very cool that I do like rage comps and voiceovers and skits as all of these is shorts. It's phenomenal stuff. Even promo skits and all that shit. Dope stuff. But it would be really cool to tweak it and maybe turn something like, you know, do ASMR shorts too. I'm not sure if I would do full-length videos of ASMR though, because this is something I do notice, right? In comparison to shorts and live streams, right? My regular videos as of late, like all my covers and shit have kind of been like more on the so falling off a little bit. Like in comparison to if I do a stream. I mean, I'm happy for the 40, 50 views I do get on my regular videos. That's some truth. But I noticed, you know, as I started uploading more covers in the nowadays sense, I was like, damn, dude, only getting, well, not damn only, but it's like, damn, I noticed that. That's a significant, like, dip. So I'm thinking, I mean, I'll still do it, but I won't do it as often. So that's why I was kind of thinking in the background, like, I don't know if anyone watched, like, a full video of that. Maybe. But right now, like, ASMR as shorts, I kind of want to keep it as, like, a shorts thing. Since the shorts get, like, the most views on my page. Let's be real. Like, let's be completely honest. There's not a whole lot of streams that get, like, 1,000 views anymore. Especially, I would argue ever since YouTube changed the short algorithm rules and how it works. I would argue, like, YouTube kind of, like, in a way, YouTube kind of screwed me over. I'm not saying, like, because if you guys remember, like, when YouTube Shorts first came out, I was getting views up the fucking ass. Like, I was getting thousands upon thousands of views. Like, it was nothing. Nowadays, I mean, I'm still getting a lot of views from Shorts. I could still pop off 1,000 views, but it's not as frequent as it once was, like it was when YouTube, I'm not saying when YouTube Shorts first started, but when I, you know, was starting doing dubs, like 2 years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago. You might have to use hashtags. I do use hashtags, by the way. If you look in the description, I use hashtags all in the description. And then tags, I just put, like, what relates to the video in there as a tag. You know, like, for example, ASMR, but with batteries, like, would be a tag. And then ASMR batteries, or ASMR triggers, ASMR this, ASMR that. And if it's not an ASMR video, same thing with the voiceovers. Hashtag funny voiceover, hashtag voice dub, band dubbing, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The highest one is 40K, 40K, holy, yeah, I have a video on this channel that has 40,000 views. I think it was Rayman, actually, when I talked about Rayman Legends. That is my most popular video on the page. Because I just was passionate about Rayman Legends Definitive Edition and talking about how, like, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition isn't really so definitive, you know? It's just the same game again, but, like, with all the costumes and not even, like, every fucking level under the sun. I mean, they gave us new Murphy touchscreen levels. That's cool. But outside of that, it's nothing really new. Nothing's really makes it definitive. You know, and I think that's what's pissing me off about a lot of these companies saying definitive edition for this said game and it's not even the definitive edition. You remember like GTA the GTA trilogy definitive edition? Remember how that shit launched in a pitiful state where like bugs and glitches that weren't even from the original games were in there, and the games ran like shit. So like without like the fucking updates for those games, you get a glitchy pile of fuck. You do. And you know, so it's like, what the fuck on that one. Luigi's Mansion song shit, I'm in a new place has a good amount. Luigi Mansion song shit, I'm in a new place. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3, that blew up because I have no idea why. I'm gonna be honest, that video I have no idea how that blew up, but it just did. I posted at the right time and at the right place, and it blew up. That's one of my more popular videos right there. Though the song was fucking dark as shit, which is why I made like I had this Luigi's Mansion 3 like short song that never got posted, but I found it in my gallery one day and said, you know what, I'm gonna post this as like an alternative version. It's a lot more lighthearted and it's a lot more fun to listen to than that one. I mean, but it does all rhyme, so it's like, what the fuck? Weird. I like the Sand Song. Me too. I like the Sand Song too. Fun fact, the Sand Song was like originally one of my first like songs I ever came up with. I just never posted it until all the way up to this point now. So, and lyrics are different there too. It's always the videos you never expect. Factual information, bro. Bruh, your gallery must have a lot of videos. Holy. It does. I always make sure my gallery is filled to the brim with videos. Like, but yeah, like I said, my gallery filled to the brim. Like, even now, at this very moment that we're talking, I have more than 10 vids in there. Some of them are still the covers I haven't posted yet. A lot of them, though, are like shorts I just haven't uploaded. Like, for example, more rage comps, finishing up like Galaxy 1 rage comps. Finishing up, trying to get more Deltarune, which I probably should spend some time today since I can't really, like, you know, play Gex or anything on PS5 and have more distractions and shit. I mean, I can still play my Model Wii, which I'm cool with, and my Switch, so I'm really cool with that. But, like I was saying, right, I could probably focus on that a good chunk today if I wanted to, which I should, but I tend to get fucking lazy about it and only want to film like 1 or 2 vids. It's because I already have so much in the gallery as it is, and I don't want to like go over the limit, but that's just a fucking excuse. I could sit my ass down for a couple of hours like I usually would and do that. And just be quiet, sit there and be like this. I watch my own footage, I tap the fast forward if I want to find better moments and do it, get it. Put in CapCut, get the text, overlap, slip it on there, whatever it is. Like, for example, Deltarune, oh, got you. Or maybe make new voiceovers. For example, I was thinking about making new voiceovers for all the dialogue for Chapter 5 with Sans, because if you guys remember those dubs anyway, I dubbed Sans through Chapter 1 Deltarune, Chapter 2, Chapter 4, and Chapter 5. Can't remember if Chapter 3 has any dialogue, but I think I did do Chapter 3 Deltarune dialogue too. I just can't remember, since those dubs are old as shit now, and they don't show up. And it's a whole thing. You have almost 5,000 videos posted. Yes, I do. And honestly, it is a fucking milestone. I blew all of my older pages out of the fucking water in terms of videos. Because I remember, it was like a year or two ago, maybe 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now, I think. I told myself, you know what? I want 1,000 videos on the fucking channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fucking posting every goddamn day. I don't care if it's to nobody, like nobody's in the stream watching. They can always watch the rerun or the VOD later or whatever. But I am going to post like a fucking madman over there. Because I can. And I started and I haven't stopped. The grind has not stopped since then. Actually, that's a lie, because there were a couple of times where I actually had to stop. Like that time I was grounded from posting on YouTube, essentially, because people, well, not grounded, but I was restricted from posting because I basically overworked myself so much that you can just see it on my fucking face how much I was overworking and overdoing it. So, and and I remember I was put not put away, but I just could not do it for a while. At least I think a week during that time. And there were also a couple other times where I didn't post to like a video that day or a stream that day. So, and a lot of it was before shorts, and some of those were after when I was posting shorts and shit, and that's fine. Rip heart and soul, bruh. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about maybe deleting. I'm not deleting the channel, but I was maybe thinking about using the Heart and Soul channel as an archive, or somebody starts posting my videos as an archive thing. I was thinking about that, but a part of me was like, I don't know, nah. That's a whole thing. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If you had a better camera and a PC, you'd be a deadly streamer, bro. We can all relate to you. If I had a better camera and a PC, you'd be a deadly streamer, bro. We could all relate to you. Honestly, I kind of like it, like the way that it is, because I've had this talk multiple times across with multiple different people. It is true that a lot of the time I would need a quote-unquote upgrade. But, like, the thing is, since I'm so comfortable with what I have now, like, with this, and I don't really give a fuck, because I used to be a quality whore. I used to be that guy that would not film this unless it's relatively good, in terms of the video quality and all that shit. But after a while, when I started streaming on this as my main thing, and it took me a while, but I got adjusted to just whatever the quality shows is whatever it is. And I stopped caring about it as much. And I know most YouTubers nowadays, they gotta have the highest shit, they gotta have the highest specs, highest quality, all this other sort of shit, so they can pop off and blow up, on the internet, because that's what fucking influencers do. But me, I do give a shit about being big one day. I've always given a shit about that, but a big part of me over the years has kind of, at times, kind of brought that shit down. Like, for example, I don't mind being where I'm at right now on YouTube. I don't mind. Like, only having, like, 3 people in stream, 5 likes. I don't mind. I don't have a fucking standard. Oh, if 10 people aren't in the stream right now, the stream's fucking dead. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking panic. I don't give a shit about that. I used to give a shit about, like, if I don't hit a certain amount of views on a video, then the video's fucking trash. Or whatever the fuck. And because of that mentality, I deleted a lot of videos that were actually, like, really fucking good. And Kappa made me delete a lot of fucking videos that I probably shouldn't have. That had a lot of memories in it that I'm never getting back, so... Sucks, but I did do that type of stuff. Does YouTube boost you in the search if you're 4K HD? Not to my knowledge. I don't think it boosts you. But you gotta also think about it, right? There's a lot of YouTubers on here that use certain things to help boost themselves, right? Not like view botting, but for example, they have like vidIQ that goes into YouTube and finds the best tags to use for your videos and all that other sort of shit and all these other things. I don't use any of that. I just put them in manually and just say, fuck it. If it goes, it goes. If it don't, it don't. Who cares? Right? Because again, I love doing YouTube, but when I did treat it like how influencers would, like worrying about the numbers and shit, I had a full-blown, not like freak out, but I had a full-blown like issue with that. Like it was starting to take over and shit. I wonder how they do view botting. Oh, it's simple. Well, it's not simple, but basically what you do is you go on certain websites, and this also can be related to subscribers too. And the reason I'm aware of this is because I think I did do it back in the day when I was really young on a really old channel I don't use anymore. So, well, not think, I did do that way back in the day. Not on this channel, but on a previous channel. Because I thought it would be helpful, but it really wasn't. And this is how I know this, right? You go on a website, and depending on that said website, you like log into the account you're going to you want, and this is for like sub for sub, right? And this is why I've always said sub for sub and shit related to that is really fucking bad. Because if you do sub for sub, right? Depending on how it goes, it's really bad. Because basically, you can be in a Facebook group, right? And you ask, yo, can people subscribe to me so I can see my number go up, right? And they're like, okay, I'll subscribe to you, but you got to subscribe to me. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. And when you do that to somebody, essentially what ends up happening is your number does go up. It goes to a new number, but they aren't watching your fucking videos. Sub for sub is a false idea of gaining subscribers. You got the number up, but you didn't get the viewer to also be up with that subscription. So essentially, you're just, again, bullshitting the idea of actually gaining followers or gaining subscribers. Essentially. That's why sub for sub, in terms of doing it over Facebook and shit like that, is really bad. Because from experience, since I was doing sub for a while, thinking that that was the right way to go, I thought that was the right way to go. But in hindsight, it was a horrible thing. And I learned from personal experience to never do that again. You know what I mean? To don't do that. Don't, even if you're a small creator, don't do that. Don't do sub for sub, please, for the love of God, don't do that. And don't do what I used to do back in the day, or not back in the day, but, well, no, don't do what I did back in the day. Not do back in the day, but did back in the day, where I basically gave my account info to this website that would generate channels you could subscribe to, and the more you subscribe to, the more subscribers you would get back. And it has the same effect as if you were doing sub for sub through the Facebook group chats and all that other sort of shit. But instead, you're giving your account, and by the way, once you give your account to that thing, your account is permanently locked in there. Even if you stop doing it and completely try to rid your access of that shit, they now have your shit. They now have your YouTube account in their hands for sub for subbing till the day that channel dies or completely gets permanent removed, and you got to restart from scratch. So, I honest to God, if you do YouTube, do not do that. Matter of fact, you know what I should probably do is, Kai Cenat is having Streamer University, and these motherfuckers on stream are having whole classes of how to be better streamers. I probably should listen to some of that. But then again, they're probably going to be doing it at such a speed where I'm like, okay, can you slow down a little bit? I'm trying to write this shit down. And I haven't studied anything in God knows how long, so my learning capabilities are, depending on what it is, can be really good or flimsy or just not at all. Like, I'm not there at all doing that shit. But then again, they are, like in Streamer University, they're teaching how to be a proper quote-unquote influencer and all that other sort of shit down there. But then again, I can't really go to that because, you know, it's not like it's what's it called, a place you can live or something like that over there or something, some stupid shit. I don't think anyway. I didn't do enough research. I just heard about it and heard about it from other videos too. It's pretty good. It teaches you some shit or whatever. But I've been doing YouTube solo for so long, I don't mind, like, learning something. Nah, they had a segment that was valuable. It was about sponsorships and stuff, and it made way too much sense. Bet, I gotta check it out. Though I won't lie, I don't give a fuck about sponsors. Even though sponsorships, yeah, they live there for a week. Damn, a week? A week? Interesting. God, that'd be a whole thing. That's why I was like, man, imagine if I went to Streamer University. I'd be a fucking nobody there. Nobody would recognize who the fuck I was. And that'd be kind of cool in a way. Because, essentially, I mean, that's the whole point of Streamer University. Like, there's going to be a lot of people that are there because they generally want to be influenced. They generally want to be like YouTubers or streamers or something like that. And a lot of them are starting up, but there was a lot of them that that I really felt like were there just because Kai Cenat was there, and that's like instant exposure, you know, to the whole wide world and shit. And again, I don't mind doing that, like being exposed to that degree. But like a part of me is like, I mean, fuck it, I'd do it if I was in that fuck it, let's do it mindset. But I would have to like pay to go there and get there, of course, since I wasn't really invited. So that's a whole fucking thing. I don't know if you can just randomly get an application filled and just do it. You know, I don't know how it works. See, again, like I said, I would need to do more research into that. What about collabs? Collabs are really good too. Like before the whole streaming university and shit, I would argue collabs is one of the best ways to gain subscribers and a whole thing, right? But it all depends, right, on who you're collabing with. Because you don't want to just collab with somebody, and this is something that's happened to me personally. I remember one person wanted to collab with me, right? They were like this JoJo YouTuber or something like that. I can't remember their name, but I remember they collabed with me. They wanted to work with me because they clearly had not as much subscribers as me or something like that, and because I was bigger than him, he basically wanted to collab with me, do a video like where he has a video on his page, I have a video on mine. And basically, he wanted to collab with me because I had more subscribers and maybe he can get some of my subscribers to go over there. I won't lie to you. That was a really cool experience to collab with somebody that I hardly even fucking know. But honestly, I would never do that again. And the reason why is because, you know, if we're going to collab, you know, it's cool to collab with somebody that doesn't have as many subscribers and shit, and basically the video essentially is like their first time being exposed to multiple people. But I don't know. I feel like if you are gonna collab, I feel like it needs to be with a trusted friend, somebody that you aren't just gonna work with. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody you hang out with, like without the fucking cameras, without the fucking video idea, you know. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like the people you should collab with, you know, not people you collab with just so you guys can mooch off each other and then go your separate ways, never talk again. Because that's essentially what the fuck happened to me with that's essentially what happened with me when I did that collab with that other dude. Was essentially he was just collabing with me because I had more subscribers and maybe he can mooch a lot of my subscribers to go over to his page. And I don't think of it as mooching all the time, right? I don't think it, I'm not just thinking that way, but it felt that way for that specific collab. And then when I collabed with the legend 93K, and we were doing Dragon Ball stuff together. We were both kind of niche at that time, so, but he was kind of smaller than me, so it kind of also fell into that instance. But we were also kind of friends, so it wasn't like that. We were homies at that time, talking about Dragon Ball and shit. So that was certainly something. And I enjoyed that. That was cool. And I remember we talked about the Turn of Power at the time, where, what is it? Yeah, the Turn of Power, where we were like, okay, Majin Buu, I said this, and it actually happened. Majin Buu is going to be replaced by Frieza. Like, Frieza's going to come back, but he's going to replace Majin Buu for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but by some reason. I remember I said that in that video, and I don't know if the video really blew up or anything, or it's even still fucking there. It probably isn't. But that was a really good Dragon Ball collab. I enjoyed that. And that's one of the reasons why when I collab with somebody, I only collab with like Rene YT or anybody that wants to join the Discord for a call and VC, and we do Roblox together, because I know it isn't about like, okay, we're doing this series of collab on this topic and this shit and whatever and so on. You know, if I'm going to collab with someone, like I said earlier, I got to trust you, man. I'm not just going to collab with somebody just to work with once or twice or maybe 3 times and then just call it out, like then just dip. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do shit together, we got to know each other first, you know? So that way, like, we don't step over each other's boundaries during the collab, and not only just during the collab, but just in general and all that other sort of shit. Like, for example, like, your video, do you want me to swear in your video or something? Or do you want me not to swear in your video? If we just collab right out the gate like that, you know, and I say, man, look at this fucking, like, Goku being like fucking super cool, and they cut the recording and said, why the hell you did that? And I'm like, what's wrong? What'd I do? You didn't explain to me the rules. You didn't explain to me how you wanted to go about it. We just fucking did it without some sort of plan. I mean, I could freeball it. I could freeball a collab if I wanted to, but I don't necessarily like doing that, because when you're doing a collab too, you got to be considerate of both of your energies going into it. You don't want to just be the one that's constantly like, for example, you don't want to be the one constantly being drained of energy during the collab either. You want to be someone that is on the equal playing field to you, so y'all energies are bouncing off each other back and forth. Y'all are giving energy to each other over and over again, like we're giving and receiving energy from each other. So that way it's in unison. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this, where it's like in different wavelengths. You're in the same wavelength during the collab slash thing. So that way, instead of you feeling really bad, you're feeling really good during the fucking collab and all that other sort of shit. It's a whole thing, man. I'm telling you, get into a collab with somebody and come back to this video one day and see what the fuck I mean. It's very important who you choose to collab with, you know, and who you want to be in your video and stuff like that. See, if me and Ronnie, we were filming, we wouldn't have any problems. We got like 12 years of history, so doing a video with Ronnie is going to be like doing a fucking video by myself. You know, it's going to be that fucking easy. But then again, it doesn't matter how many years you've known the person. It matters of how they are, like, when you're doing the video. Like, if you're no different, you know what I'm saying? Because, oh God, it's just so many factors. I'm sorry, I've been blabbing about this shit too long. You know, people talked about collab once, and I'm blabbing about it. Like, personal experience, that's the whole point. It's a vlog. But I'm blabbing about that too much. Yeah, you're sharing viewers, not donating. I mean that's true too. That is true. You're sharing viewers, not donating. You know, I donate 4 subscribers, you know, to your channel. Here, take. like they don't have a choice. They have to be donated over there. And plus, on top of that, sometimes when you collab with people, you gotta collab with people that are also into your same niche, or at least like same niche, but like you guys do it in different styles or something like that to make y'all different from each other, right? Because if you collab with somebody that's doing the exact same thing as you are on your page, and it's like the exact same thing, people are going to be wondering, right? Why the fuck am I subscribing to him when I can stay subscribed to this dude and he gives me that exact same shit, you know? And plus, this is also how people work too. If, like, for example, let's say this. I'm a variety channel. I do variety, right? I do it in my own way. Someone else does variety in their way, but their way is quote-unquote better. You're going to go over to him instead of sticking around with me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. If something is better, you're going to go over to that thing that is better, not the thing that is worse. It's just how it is sometimes. That's why I have no hard feelings. Like, if anybody said, man, Alan, you're a good channel, I love your shit, but, you know, I gotta go somewhere else, bro. Like, you know, you do all these things, but since it's not as good, I'm gonna go over there. And I'm gonna be like, adios, amigo. I hope you enjoy their channel more, you know, or, you know, just enjoy the channel in general. Because at the end of the day, you know, I can't, you know, I'm not going to force you to be here or stick around, you know what I'm saying? If you got to go, you got to go, you know? If you want to stay, you can stay. You know, it's a whole thing. That's not up to me, you know? That's up to you. You watching, you know? It's the whole thing. That's why I feel like a lot of people, when they stream for the first time, get this. This is some good shit. Listen up, right? When people stream for the first time and they have like 100 subscribers and then they're sitting there wondering why they don't have 100 people in their stream, it's because not every single viewer that watches you or subscribes to you is going to dictate and follow you to other things that you're doing. So really keep this in mind, okay? For example, if all you stream on your channel is one thing and you also do shorts of that one thing and videos of that one thing, then people are going to be easily more attracted to the idea of you doing this on stream, or you doing this in a regular video, or watching a short of it, because you're what is it, you're already attracted to the thing that they're creating. So of course, if they're only creating that one thing, you're going to be attracted to the idea of watching it as a short from that channel, or watching it as a full-length video on that channel. Like, for example, there are some good dub channels of Deltarune that I love watching, that that made their whole careers in less than a year, or about a year, right, of just doing Deltarune comic dubbing and shit from these other comic dubbers and shit, right? And they made their whole YouTube career off of it. And they started out as shorts, but then sometimes they would get full-length videos in the revealed shit, or at the end of their short, they would say, full video coming out at 5 p.m. this time on this day or whatever, or later today at this time or whatever. So that way, you can guide those people that are watching the short over to the regular video. And honestly, I think I have kind of failed in that regard, because, and the reason I say this is because I feel like a lot of people, like, watch my shorts for sure, but they don't go over to the full video and watch it. And this is definitely exposed with, like, my music videos a lot of the time. My music videos don't get a lot of people watching the full thing instead of just the short version or the promo skit for it, right? They'll watch that, but then not go over to the clicked linked video or related video, even after I say text on the screen too. The video's on my homepage / in my videos tab, right, on YouTube. Check it out, right? They don't want to go over and do that. They'll just watch the short and then swipe to the next one, So I failed in doing that, but I don't mind it anymore, because I'm just like, I don't care. If you watch short, you watch short. Cool, thank you for even just watching the promo. I appreciate that. Or just the song too, and you skip the promo. I don't mind either way, but that's how some people are, bro. They gravitate towards that, So it's a whole thing. And that's the whole thing about being an influencer. You got to understand a lot of these different types of fucking things. And I only understand some of it, not the whole picture. There's some things about, like, again, sponsorship, brand deals, all that shit. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about in that. That's why I don't talk about it. A lot of what I am talking about, though, like collabs, how you gain subscribers and all that shit, it's just from personal experience, what to do to gain subscribers, and then what to avoid, how you gain subscribers and all that other sort of shit. And then likes and views and shit. All that shit will come naturally if you just, do what you do, like do your niche and stick to it and stuff. And growing on YouTube too, it doesn't happen overnight. This took me 12 years just to get right here to 5,000 one time, But for somebody else, it could be a lot easier. They made it to 5,000 in a week because they were doing something that was way more popular or way more whatever the fuck, right? But and you don't want to like compare yourself to them either. This is another thing you really don't want to do on YouTube, is compare yourself to other channels. Why is he growing way more than me? Each person's YouTube experience, from my experience, is very unique to them. Their growth, their all-time highs, their all-time lows, or the time where they're just sitting there in the middle. All of it is your own experience, right? Everybody climbs up doing YouTube in different ways. And I wouldn't expect you to do YouTube the same way somebody else doing, unless you genuinely create a channel that is kind of mooching or just doing the same other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me personally, I like doing YouTube the way I do it, even if it's not the most, like, for example, like the most, you're going to get the most views here, you're going to get the most subscribers here, you're going to grow out, you're going to have 10,000 subscribers in a week, you're going to do all this. No. All right? Just no. I don't do all that because I like the way I'm doing it. Like, the more chill approach, the not super, I'm in your face 24/7 on like a million different other social medias and other shit and all this other sort of stuff, and it's a whole fucking thing with that. I like the way I'm doing things, and that's okay. But I also got to understand, because I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it currently right now, that's why I'm not at 10,000 subscribers. That's why I'm not at 20,000 or 30,000, and we're building a whole goddamn thing. You see, if I wanted 20, 30,000 subscribers, I would basically be going to those videos and watching them and all that other sort of shit and whatever. But me, I kind of want to do it in my own way, you know, not how everybody else is doing it, you know. Because that's just not me. I want to do it YouTube my way. And if it leads to, you know, this channel not going anywhere, fuck it. At least it's what I did and not just following some step-by-step shit on YouTube, which no shame in doing that, by the way. No shame at all. If you want to follow a more guided way to how to grow on YouTube, go right the fuck ahead. I am not stopping you. But just know, me personally, I always feel like your first YouTube channel should always be like your starting point. Like, for example, what I mean by that is experiment with that first channel. If you don't like it, you can always create another. You know what I'm saying? And start again and basically take that channel more serious than the last. You know, allow yourself to experiment. Allow yourself to be at the bottom. Allow yourself to only have one view on a video. Allow yourself that experience to understand how it works and how you want to work on YouTube before you really jump into it and get serious about it. Because the moment you get serious about it, that's what your energy has to be towards the entire time you're doing it after that point. You can't just half-ball it or free-ball it anymore. You have to take it serious. You know? I mean, you can maybe every now and again, but just know, if you take YouTube serious and you build an audience with that mindset in mind and that video style in mind, you have to keep doing that same video style but slowly improving it over time and twisting and turning it and making it better with each respective video, and it's a whole thing. I don't know what's up. My brain is going all over the fucking place with this shit today. Holy shit. Charisma plays a part. I've seen people with good content, but they're boring as fuck. I can be boring as fuck, too. I think everybody on YouTube at some level can be boring as fuck. It just depends on the context and whatever you're doing while watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, your favorite streamer could be on, and they're just sitting there watching videos or something. And let's say this as an example, you don't like it when they watch videos, so there you go. Your favorite YouTuber just became boring to you for a period of time or something like that because he's not doing something that intrigues you or something that's interesting to you. And then you can just turn him off and go to another person that's doing whatever the fuck you like. You know, the whole thing with that. Honestly, I think what would be cool is just random segments like a haircutting stream, chilling in Discord, stream stuff like that. When you reacted to videos sent by subs, that was fire too. I love doing that. I love live reacting to people's stuff because they always go crazy in the fucking Discord and send a bunch of things and getting to them and talking about the video itself or expressing about how I feel like in that certain situation or whatever. It makes it awesome. It makes my reactions a little different from like, you're the only streamer I watch currently. Wait, are you serious, Paul? I'm the only one? Nah, you gotta be watching like I'm Dante or Berleezy or somebody for the past year. Damn. For the past year? Fuck, I wonder who you were watching before me. Shit. Probably some fire-ass choices. Maybe. I don't know. But then again, too, like when you are, I mean, boring as in the stream, in streaming might not be for that person. I got you. Like, for example, like, they're streaming, and you see that, and it's like, maybe that's not for you. I'm Dante is trash to me and Berleezy. You don't like I'm Dante and Berleezy? What? I mean, I think I'm Dante I can understand a little bit more, because his energy, depending on what it is, can be a little toxic at times. But Berleezy, I like Berleezy. Berleezy's cool. I just haven't watched him in a long time. Because I used to be like a really big fan of Berlin. But see, and that's the thing that happens between all content creators. And this is something that some of us need to understand too, is, and this is something I've understood always, but it always hurts to see some people go a little bit, right? Is the people that watch you in that moment, they're not going to watch you forever. They are going to find different people that they like more than you, or different people that they will enjoy. It's kind of like how when you grow up, tastes change, you know? So it's a whole thing. So just keep that in mind if you're also going to be a streamer or a YouTuber, that not every single person is going to watch you forever. It's only temporary. Kind of like everything in this world is temporary. It's not permanent. Things happen, things change, things move. As we move, well, actually, I would argue things move regardless if we're here on the planet or not. Let's be real. Like nature and all that stuff is moving and thriving over there, without our say so. Shit, even when we're not even thinking about it, it moves. It's kind of like that, but with content, it moves. Streamers before you I would watch would be Speed, Stack Swap, and Phantom. Yeah, I've heard of Speed and Phantom, I think, but not Stack Swoop. Dante was fire, but he became a super D rider, unfortunately. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like a dick rider for what? Like, what do you mean by that? I'm kind of curious on what you mean by that. Like, explain it to me. Do you mean like in a general sense or like a very personalized sense? And maybe I can see it. Well, wait, no, I can't see it because I'm vlogging. Fuck, and I don't have internet on the PlayStation. Fuck, so I can like just take a quick look and be like, damn, I can see all that. But I'm not gonna lie, like having like what is it? You know what? I don't know if anyone's gonna agree with me on this, or you don't have to agree with me on this. You don't have to, or if you want to, you can. If you don't, you don't. But having like limited internet to only like my device, it almost reminds me like when you first move in somewhere and you don't have like internet fully, but you only have like internet or data partially for that time until like the router or whatever gets there or something. It kind of reminds me of that, like when I first moved in here a little bit, where I only had internet for a little bit. Kind of reminds me of that. Almost, I think it's almost a good thing because it allowed like Louis to. I mean, Louis still like has his moments with his friends and shit, but it allowed him to chill out more and allowed me to chill out more too, where I'm not super glued on the PlayStation all day. So that's cool. That's really cool, actually. Really cool. But that's cool. Anyways, like in general, if he was on a call with someone, he was like agreeing with everything they said, and if he was reviewing a game, it would be god tier to him. Oh. I show Speed is the definition of talent. Facts. You know what? I won't lie. Like, I may not like Speed a lot of the time, like when he does certain things, like when he was wilding out when he was way younger. But I gotta admit, he does have talent for multiple different things, and that's something you can't deny. Like, for example, like, he does music, he does streams, he goes around the world entertaining people, he was in WWE, he was in a lot of this other sort of shit. That does take a lot of talent. That takes a lot of energy, too, to even do that. So, shout outs to Speed for that. Let's Game It Out is go to 2. Never heard of him. Might have to check him out sometime. But, people hate on Speed, but he's fucking GOAT, bro. He pushed through the years to get where he is at. True. I was a hater on Logan Paul and streamers becoming pro wrestling, but him and Speed are insane. I'm talking so much my throat hurts. I won't lie to you. I hated Logan Paul and Jake Paul for the longest time because whenever they did that whole thing in the forest and forced YouTube to change their TOS, terms of service, based around them and shit, they made YouTube partially fucking worse because of that shit. I can guarantee that, actually. Because I remember after they pulled that stunt, YouTube changed. I mean, they should have cracked down on rules like that to begin with. But at the same time, it's like, bro, what the a little bit. You know what I mean? And I remember because of them, so much shit went on the radar that year. Like, everybody was talking about that incident. Like, no one would shut the fuck up. And it was a whole thing, man. It was bad. It was a whole thing. I remember it because I was fucking there. And I remember, like, Louis knew about it. Ronnie knew about it. And I was like, oh, my God. Everyone's knowing about it now, dude. What the fuck? Dude, man. Goddamn. That was the whole thing. But now I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, to be real, that did happen way back in 2015, 2016, or 2017. I can't remember the exact year, but it did happen. But outside of that, actually, you know what? I don't like Logan or Jake Paul that did the whole boxing shit with Mike Tyson either. I was not a fan of that either. And just how his boxing career, because keep in mind, right? I respect boxing a lot. I respect boxing as a craft, an art form, all that shit, right? So when I saw like YouTubers starting to jump into it, I was like, bro, this is fucking cringe, bro. Can you just keep it to people who wanted to do boxing because of their pure passion and love for the game? Not because some fucking YouTuber had some beef with some other YouTuber about some stupid shit that doesn't actually matter. And they're beefing about it on a big stage in front of an audience. Just because they can. It's like, that shit right there makes me think, should have never fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, that right there is like, maybe hate YouTubers so much more, bro, that did the whole boxing shit. You know? Yeah, Tyson threw that, very disappointing. It wasn't about just Mike Tyson throwing it, right? It was more about just how the YouTubers were putting on boxing in general, in a general sense. They were giving it a bad name. And sure, in the short term, it was really cool because boxing blew up bigger than shit in years because YouTubers started to go into it. But also because of that, people saw boxing as even more fucking cringe. Because two YouTubers that never boxed a day in their life are suddenly getting trained up and are obviously way more popular than actual boxers that actually got popular for their boxing and shit. Are way more popular than them because of their YouTube status, and they can just do whatever the fuck they please. Instead of starting at the low bracket of boxing and then going their way up to the top the traditional way, you know? I never liked that. And I know Jake had a couple of fights before he fought Mike Tyson, so it wasn't like he just got up there and fought Mike Tyson day one or some shit. But at the same time, it's like, damn, dude, really? That's honestly how I feel. Speed was a real one for not, like, ending alive until he beat the game he was playing and just being himself when it came to helping strangers and meeting people. I can admit, Speed did have some serious determination for beating the games and shit and whatnot. But you know what sucks about a lot of those streams, too, when he says, I'm not ending till we beat it? Like, those streams were really long, and I don't think YouTube even kept a lot of that footage, so a lot of other people, like, were kept clipping the stream over and over, or clipping them or recording it, it's the whole thing. I really liked that Sans movie you showed us. Sans movie? Oh, hand plates! Fucking loved hand plates. I love that fucking Undertale movie, hand plates. That was really good. God damn. I want to do more of those. Like, for example, react to Dr. Meglio, like that series of Undertale comic dubs. That was really good, too. If I could, I would. Fuck, I would. I would do that instantaneously. And so far, the internet hasn't really been cutting out as well. Fire-ass visuals. On God, fire-ass visuals. So good stuff. And the voice acting, too, from Starbot Dubs. Phenomenal job as Kid Sans and Kid Papyrus. Loved it, man. Loved their performances there. And can you believe that that series was like about 10 years old too? Almost the time I started doing YouTube back in 2014, man. Like 10, 11 years ago, I think, yeah. There was also some side stories of hand plates, comic dubs, but I didn't react to those because I wanted to kind of just react to the main story from beginning, middle, and end, not just some side stuff. And I was thinking maybe I could do the side stuff of hand plates in a different stream or something sometime. I don't know. And the side stories are not really canon to the hand plates, like, comic dub. They were just stuff on the side, or maybe stuff that's after the original story of Handplate. So there were some stuff, but it's not as much as regular Handplates, where I made 5 whole reaction streams to that whole story, and we were just deep diving into that shit, dude. God, that shit was fun. I might need to do another big reaction like that, just so we could all do it together and shit. Because that was a like, admittedly, that was a really fun time. And God, it gets me emotional a little bit thinking about some of those moments, because it's moments like that where I feel like that stream was really fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of times when a streamer feels like their stream is not it, or not as good as others. And it's when people come in and show the streamer that you're cool. You're cool and you gave us a fucking awesome time. That's when you show the streamer by showing up and just enjoying what they're talking about or whatever. That's how you show them that the stream actually is all that good, or pretty good, or pretty intriguing, at least, to some degree. Because for me, I've been streaming for so long to like nobody, that even just one person, showing up as well is really fucking, really, really goddamn cool. So it's something. Renegade awesome. Oh my god, Renegade awesome. Yeah, reacting to that was certainly something. L copyright. Well, no, I didn't get copyright on Renegade Awesome. The video is still up there today. But copyright as in, like, to the fucking, to the Underverse movie, that was L copyright right there, dude. That was some L copyright if I've ever seen one. Because I was trying to react to that shit, and I was really interested in the story, just for YouTube to constantly keep copyrighting me. Even though I gave permission, or not gave permission, I talked about the creator in the video for more than 10 minutes, who created it, shouting out everybody who worked on the project and all that shit before even reacting to it, So that was the whole thing. I need to go back to reacting to Cute Mario Bros. Make a part 5 about that. I haven't done that in a while. And again, I don't like spamming reaction videos, because this channel isn't just about reacting. It's about everything about me. Like, whatever I'm interested in that moment, let's fucking do it, Like, if we're doing Deltarune, we're doing Deltarune. If we're doing fucking GTA, we'll do GTA. If we're doing Assassin's Creed again, we'll do Assassin's Creed, Or, just whatever's on the mind. But I'm also very open to suggestions, too. Like, whatever you guys want me to play. Or even if you donate me something and you guys say you fucking play. It's the whole thing. If you have hidden wealth, you're good. If anything weird comes up, that messes up your plans. I mean, I don't have any hidden wealth or anything to fucking hide, so I guess I'm fucking good. And that's the thing about wealth, too, is, sure, you need money to survive in this world. You do. You do need money to survive. Like, be able to pay rent, other utilities, and other shit just to stay afloat. But I don't think you really need to be rich to have a successful life. Really. Like, a successful life, I would actually argue a successful life, if we're really going to go into this, a successful life really depends on what you think is success versus a failure. Because if you think about it, everybody has a different perspective on success and failure. Most people can, like, maybe agree to one or two of them, like, could agree to some extent. But there's also going to be a lot of people who disagree on what success can be. So really take some time and think about that for a second, like I just did right there. I think, because my determination of success, right, in a sense, is, for example, you have a roof under your head. You're able to pay for everything you want to do. And maybe have a little bit more that can just be jumped right into savings. That's what I think is successful, as a successful human being or a successful person doing what you got to do. Like, for example, if you got to go to work, you go to work, and come back home, be able to have a little bit of something, for food or something or whatever. Again, you don't have to be rich. Just have a roof under your head, to some extent. Some basic necessities, if you're able to do that. And it's a whole thing. That's what I think success is. If you can do all those things, you got it. You essentially did it already. And obviously, some people would also determine success not only just having like the house, like a roof, you're able to pay your bills and everything, but people also determine success if you have like a wife or a spouse or something to do shit with. There's people that think success is only about fucking money. There's people that think success is, obviously kind of like me, where I don't think money is the end all be all, but we will admit that we do need it in order to get those necessities and needs and all that other sort of shit. So it's a whole thing. And I don't want to fuck, what was I thinking? No maidens? I mean, I don't need a maiden. Because right? Because this is how I think, right? I think you should be more than capable, unless there's really something like wrong that you can't fix or can't help, then I don't think you really need a maid or some type of person like that around. Really. In my opinion, I don't think you need any of that. That's why, like, when I do see people with maids like people that do have maids, I'm like, why, in a way? Why do you have a maid that does all this stuff for you when you could do it yourself? Like, for example, cleaning the dust from my corners of my room, or getting rid of that blue streak across the fucking wall. You know what I mean? Like, take a look. Like, see what I mean? Look, check it out. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I could do all that. Instead of having some maid be like, come in, I'm going to pay you this to clean this. It's like, essentially, if you do have a maid, essentially, there's some things you just start becoming lazy on, too. When things like that are done for you. And I know I'm talking all this shit, but I'm living with somebody. But the point is, right, is if you're going to do something like that, at least do it your goddamn self. Like cleaning, doing your dishes, cleaning your dirty laundry. Do all that shit yourself. Don't have somebody else do it for you. Unless, for example, it's your spouse or maybe you're living with family. Those things are a little different. But then again, even if you have family, don't just always rely on them to do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Get up, do it your goddamn self. Like, for example, I do my own laundry. And, if I want to walk or whatever the fuck, I'll go grab it myself. There's just some things I can't handle. Like, for example, like, buying food all the time, like, every week, I can't fucking do that. There's some stuff I legit can't do. But the point is, if you have the potential or if you can do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. If you can do it, do it. No maidens. Everyone's gangster until it's Femboy Friday, TBH. Look, I get it. But Paul, bro, no, my nigga. No, my nigga, no. Not for Outwork CTM. I'm just kidding. No. Femboy Friday is fucking crazy. I don't think I've heard that a day in my life. Actually, no, I've heard that. Maybe even worse. Also, if you're into all that shit, I'm not one to judge, because why judge people you don't know all that well? Or why judge somebody when they could judge you, Yeah, that's another reason why I don't judge anybody for doing certain shit. Like, I may say that's fucking weird, but or whatever, but I don't give me a sec, let me reiterate. This is the reason you should not judge people, is because you don't know what they've been through that caused them to do that. You don't know what allowed them to do that. Whatever it fucking is, regardless if it's good or bad. You don't know why they're doing it, so why judge? Why say you shouldn't be doing that when if the person, enjoys what they're doing, why judge them for it? Just let them do them and they'll let you do you without some sort of judgment. I feel like we live in a world where people are so accustomed to what they think is cool, what they think is acceptable, that whenever somebody else interacts with them that they've never met for the first time, apparently you're the outcast. Apparently you're the fucking weirdo because you're not exactly like that person in the first place. And also, that makes conversations with people interesting if they have something completely different about them. Because let's say this, we live in a world where everybody's literally the exact same. Niggas are just going to be bored out of their fucking minds and are going to be wanting somebody on that planet, I'm telling you, to be fucking different, or maybe even the weirdest nigga on the planet. And that's why people love certain personalities, because not every personality is the goddamn same. Like, for example, me versus, I don't know, somebody else. We have two different personalities. And you might like me for this reason, you might not like them for that reason, but that's a whole fucking thing. Maybe I've heard worse. Look, okay, let me explain this, right? This is why I fuck with you. Hey, look, it's usually because I take a step back sometimes and I look into everything before just jumping into it. And plus, I've had a great fucking mentor in my life, so I know what's up. To a degree, there's a lot of things I don't know still, but that's the whole thing. I'm still learning. And, I mean, let's be real, too. Let's think about it like this. You can be 75 and still learn shit. You're basically going to be learning shit your entire life as you go along the course of your life. So essentially, you're always learning, you're always improving, you're always changing. See, that's exactly what I was talking about with the flow. Like how nature flows on that one set path. That's what y'all always do. That's what you're always doing, bro. You're changing. You're tweaking yourself. Wait, tweaking yourself? That don't sound right. You're tweaking the gears a little bit, making yourself different because you're not the same person as you were yesterday. So, like for example, there are times where I'm an angry piece of shit, right? And maybe I get toxic. That was that day. This is today where I'm completely fucking different. So keep that in mind. And it doesn't have to be me. It can be you too. Watch Ronnie join in now, and that now that it's getting weird. Yeah, I don't know how Ronnie did that like the past 2 to 3 times, but he did. But anyways, let me explain what I mean by I've heard worse. Okay, if you have been on certain websites throughout your time, you've seen a lot of shit. You've seen a lot of weird shit, what people are into. It's called the R and then 34. You're welcome. That's how I know a lot of weird shit or weird categories I would not have known otherwise. Outside of, like, obviously gay and lesbian, I mean, that's a given. You're going to know that because of interacting with people that are gay or lesbian, so, like, who fucking cares? I mean, you're going to, like I said, I knew that from a very young age, but outside of that, I didn't know there was a whole fucking universe out there of shit. And not only thanks to R34, but also, like, let's be real, I mean, the community, the LGBT, whatever the fuck Q community, won't shut the fuck up. So that's how you're always aware of their existence and what aligns with their community. So that's a whole thing. Yeah, you're right, bro. R34 has everything. I saw Disney cars. Shit's wild. Whatever you're into, R34 probably has it. That's what I'm saying. You know what's funny? I still remember, like, this Marvel Rivals game, bro. This is probably the weirdest Marvel Rivals chat lobby my brother's personally ever been in when he was playing Marvel Rivals. He can't play that shit right now. I'm just kidding. And he can't, like, buy no fucking cosmetics or fucking battle passes or whatever the shit. I get it. That's what he wants to do, and I love Louis, but, like, I don't like it when he spends money on Marvel Rivals because it's just not really worth it as a purchase, But to each their own, But seriously, though, like, I remember, and this is a true story, because I witnessed this, too, because I turned around and I saw all of it. But Bro, when I tell you that this actual lobby was on that R34 shit, I really mean they were on that R34 shit. And they were on mic talking about it after game, if I remember correctly, too. All in Louis' fucking eardrums, by the way, as he's playing. Keep in mind, Louis doesn't really talk to the people in game as well. He's not like that. He's not really doing that. He's basically listening to his music and just enjoying his time on there. So, seeing people, and let me whisper this shit because it's a little embarrassing. So, basically, these people, bro, they were talking about, yo, if Emma Frost had a fucking D word, shit, she can do all sorts of shit to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like, bro, you're saying this in a Marvel Rivals chat? And I'm not talking normal Emma Frost either. Like, if you're talking normal Emma Frost, that's not even all that bad, especially if you're a dude or a chick. Who fucking cares? At that point, it's like, whatever. But I'm talking some crazy shit right there. Honestly, it's not even that crazy to me because if you... I just realized something. Bro, I just realized something. Honestly, I'm afraid to talk about it. Because if you, like, I'm thinking way too fucking much right now. I need to be playing a fucking game right now where it's like I'm thinking about that instead of this. This stream is low-key made me think so fucking much right now, bro. Like, think as in, I'm thinking about shit, but I'm also, like, understanding so much right now. My brain is going fucking hypersonic right now. Because of all these talking points and all this other sort of shit. I just realized something crazy. Get so close right now, bro. Get so close. Come with me real quick. We gotta go to the closet. We gotta go somewhere else, bro. Bro. Alright? This is for this stream only. I realized, right? You know when you're watching like lesbian porn, right? And you're like, they're gonna pull out like this might be one of the most wildest moments I had in 2026, so fuck, I can't believe I'm gonna say this shit. Okay. This might be the most wild take I've ever had. So bear with me. If you don't want to hear it, leave stream right now. Or mute until I give you a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Or turn the audio down. You know? I'm gonna give you a minute. If I give you a thumbs up, we're back to normal. So pay attention if you're watching. Alright? Bro. I just realized. Alright? I'm gonna blast it right now, right? I just realized. You know how you're watching, like, for example, if you're a dude, you know you like it when two girls get it on. That's fucking attractive, to some extent, right? So, you know when you're watching two girls get it on, and one of them like pulls out the fucking like strap, the strap on dick or whatever the fuck, right? Essentially, that is almost like a gateway into watching Futanari porn. Like, if you really fucking think about it right now, I like, my brain is going crazy right now after saying that shit. Like, essentially, if you're watching that, it's almost no different to, bro, no. All right, thumbs. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Thumbs up for the thumbs up. Yeah. Sorry, it's just I am. Yeah, nope. I'm done. I'm not talking about that no more. I just realized that, and that's fucking nuts. That is wild. Oh my god. I might get ready to do some subspace, dude. I'm feeling some subspace. Maybe Louis can play with me this time. You know, what do you guys think? You guys think Louis would be interested? Oh wait, what time is it first? I gotta check that shit out. You right. Oh yeah, that'd be an interesting stream right there. I could do some self-space today. 9. But yeah, gaming stream soon. Yeah, that's why I was like, I did a gaming stream like a lot yesterday. But yeah, I can do one right now. We should do some self-space. I would say maybe have Louis join in. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I got fucking 2 Wiimotes up there. I don't know if the other controller is dead though, but I was thinking maybe I grab him. Hold on, let's grab him right now. Let's go to him now. Louis. Move it. Louis. Hey. Hey. What time did you go to bed last night?
No, all I did was watch a lot of Ruby. Finished volume 5, and I'm on volume 6.
What the fuck, dude? You're on volume 6? Dude, last time I saw you were on volume 2. Or 1.
I'm on volume 6.
Where's your shit? I'm about to confiscate. Just kidding. No, but seriously, Louis, hey. Hey, Louis, hey. Don't make me do ASMR in here since I do it now.
What?
Snipple, snipple. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. That's not really a trigger. Well, it is. Pluck. I'm gonna pluck all the negative energy from you. Okay, that's actually a video too. But my point is this. Hey, Louis.
What?
I gotta make sure you're awake so you can hear me properly.
What?
Okay. Do you want to play Subspace with me? Because I'm going to be on stream with everybody, and I was thinking about just getting you in for Subspace. I already started it. I already made like 3 parts on it the other day because I was just so in it. But, well, sure? Because I'm going to whip it up probably after this. That's why I was like, and I've already been here for 2 hours, so I could probably end it right now. What? This is the way it has to be.
No.
Oh, there's actually other things I want to talk to you about.
What?
Like the food bank idea and shit.
You can talk about that on
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I think you should still be buying food.
I know.
Instead. Because, let's be real. This is a good point that I thought of, right? Is, the only reason we went to the food bank was because, none of you guys had, like, a job, And now that you have a job, you really don't need to be going to the food bank. That's for people that are struggling more than we are right now. Let's be real. Oh, so you got some shit. Oh, that's all dry skin right there, bro. And this nigga went back to sleep. This is what I'm talking about, bro. So I gotta smack this nigga just so he's up. Look. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Okay, then what did I say?
There's no point in going to the food bank.
Because
we're not struggling like everybody else.
okay, well, we're struggling, but like everybody else, but it's not to the point where it's like,
we're not that sure,
yeah. So you did hear me.
Yes.
By the way, you have some.
I know. I got a dry skin on my freaking side of my head. I need to buy lotion.
Yeah, I can see it. So I just wanted to point that out. Like I was gonna get it off for you anyway, but. Anyway, so you want to play Subspace like you said? You said fuck it.
Didn't I already do Subspace episode like what, 3 years ago?
6 years ago, but yeah, all right. I chose to return to it after so long because we skipped so much. Sure, me and you may have done the whole thing, but we didn't do the whole fucking
We've
thing.
done Subspace Emissary like 3 fucking whole times, dog.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it again. And plus, like I said, I've already started. I'm already like over 30 to 40% in. Plus, it's not about how many times we do it. It's about us having a good time while doing it. But I get it. You're tired. You need your sleep, even though your ass chooses to stay up at like 1 a.m. I got it. Or 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. And if you don't wake up at 12 or 11, then you're not fully there. I get it. What? Don't what? I gotta let you get your sleep in. Plus, you were kind of disturbed earlier because we carried that fridge out this morning at like 6 in the morning. And it's only 9 in the morning now, so it's only been about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, two and a quarter, maybe 3 hours since then. So, I was thinking, we do some subspace. He doesn't approve. And you know, I just had to do it to them. Like, not the Mouse World video. No. Got you. Y'all should watch Mouse World. Mouse World is awesome. Or Mal's World. It's Mal's or Mouse World. Can't remember. But he's a good content creator. He's awesome. He does a lot of those mini sketches, almost like Caleb City, but in his own way. So it's really cool. And then again, depending on your niche too, you can only change up your style and make it your own so many times. So if you're wondering why people are getting more and more similar as YouTube goes along, it's because of that. It's because people have perfected those niches and those styles so well that it's like, why not copy them? It works, right? So don't fix what ain't broke type shit. But at the same time, in my opinion, I feel like because you ain't trying to do something different with it, it doesn't make the content all that original. Why do you think people are pissed at KSI right now? At his new video style. Like, where he tried to adapt what Mr. Beast does. Like, into his videos. And basically just became a Mr. Beast clone. Like, the biggest Mr. Beast clone in terms of subscribers and...
That's disappointing. He was cool when he had it, and then he lost it like a dumbass.
Well... I mean, and I was a little mad at KSI. I can't lie, because I used to watch KSI, like, heavy. Like, his older videos, like, before he was, like, crazy big. I still remember him and Deji playing Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. And Deji and him go, "What's up? I am Cells." Kind of like how your ass be doing it. Really? Like, kind of like how you are in Dragon Ball games, and, like, me and you were back in the day. It kind of reminded me of that, where... KSI was so bad at the game. I remember he'd smack the controller out of Deji's hand because he didn't know combos, and it'd be a funny fucking vid because basically it's Deji just almost kind of shitting on him, like not the whole time, but a good chunk of it. But here, let me get the setup. I got the Silky. Hold on. I got the Silky. Little wafers.
Bust down, AP.
Oh god, that's never gonna die.
No.
It's never dying like that.
It's too powerful.
It's powerful over me. Shit. You want new batteries for your Wiimote?
Yeah, sure.
Just no. I'm using the one with the black back. That's usually the control I always use. Because for some reason, pointing the Wiimote at the screen with the other one is very flimsy for some reason. But it works. Oh. And, also, fun fact, I didn't tell you that's this. So, oh, shit. Oh, never mind. What did Louis say? He said with a bust down AP. That's what he said.
With the bust down, AP.
As Louis Pin. Or King Lulu Pin. Or King Lou Pin.
You said King Pin, brother.
Nah, we gotta remember you in the suit.
Oh, there was a black Kingpin in 2003.
Wait, there was?
Yes, there was.
Okay, I didn't know that, bro. Come on, man. I'm going off of what you did.
In a Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Yeah.
Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, there was a black Kingpin. Why is no one talking about him then? Was he really not that memorable?
Mm-mm.
He sucked.
No, the movie was okay, but it just, I don't think it was received well.
Sucked, so I got it. Come on, Louis, get up. Start your day. Come on. You're playing substance with you. You literally said fuck it. Come on. Come on. Fuck you, Jared.
That's what Nick said like years ago. That was.
Yeah, we're never getting rid of those. I need to see him again, dude. We need to see him
We
again.
need to see him, yeah. It'd be cool
Yeah.
to see him again. My glasses are here. I gotta stretch before I get it.
Well, stretch. Get your shit going, man. You're so you're like a turtle when you wake up in the morning. Come on, man. Get up.
Fucking point, dude.
Come on, Mr. Turtle. I'm gonna call you Mr. Turtle from now on.
I'm supposed to be able to-
Mr. Turtle. Turtle Lou. Turtle Lou. Hey, Turtle Lou. Come on. Get up. Let's start your day. Come on, Turtle Lou. Let's go.
I'm gonna go back to sleep and keep calling me that shit.
Well, then get up then.
What?
Do your stretching. 5. Because I've been talking this whole time. This stream was supposed to be over and
Let's
like...
put the tablet down on the fucking bed and get ready already. Holy fuck, dog.
Well, you're not getting ready, so I'm not seeing anything
I'm
from
gonna
you.
go back to sleep and keep talking this shit, man.
Here's your... Wait, actually, I gotta film this. Here's your garments.
It makes Chris laugh, doesn't it?
No, that makes me laugh because I came up with it, and then yeah, it does make Roddy laugh. But did you sell the mini fridge? No, we just took our mini fridge to the closest bit out back, and just kind of tossed it, cause it was.
You always generally do what you need in this room and besides, don't get it wrong. We'll put out for the moment, but we gotta get rid of it eventually anyway.
I mean, if we do move, yeah, we would have gotten rid of it then too.
Yeah, if we moved, we would have got rid of it anyway.
Or more shit we would have had to get rid of.
This bed's gotta go. The mechanism's gotta go. This bed.
Damn, Louis, you're trying to change so much shit in one day.
Not now. What the fuck? No, in a couple of months or some shit.
Couple of
Or
months?
whatever.
Well, what the fuck do you want to sleep on? The floor? I could do that again.
I don't want to sleep on the floor because we're gonna have roaches in our hair and our face.
That's fair. I did have roach in my face. Like, I remember I killed one and it was all over my face.
I don't need a roach in my ear or my face. That's my genuine fear.
I haven't gotten one in the ear, but I definitely have gotten one in my face and in my hair.
I've got one in my nose and I sucked him up by complete accident. Yeah,
Oh.
not fun.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Fucking no. Terrifying.
I remember I had a white roach in my hat for so long, right? That, like, I thought it was, like, already creating nests in my hair because I didn't realize it until I took this thing off when he was there. Which, thank God he didn't create anything and it probably wasn't even a female, so thank God it didn't lay eggs in my fucking head. Because there are stories where bugs got into people's hair and they started nesting in it and the whole thing. And that led to one thing or another. I got you, bro.
Bro,
What?
No.
No what?
No.
Are you getting up now?
Just no, nigga.
Because I was going to snap.
I know you.
Get it? I'm going to snap. Like rage. I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap at you, Louis. I'm going to snap. I'm 5 seconds from snapping, bro. Nah, bro.
I'm about to go see King Kai again.
Bro, wait. I got another one. One more.
I actually saw King Kai this time.
Bro, you're ticking me off. You don't remember that one?
No, I don't actually.
You're ticking me off. This is ticking me off. Because everyone says this is pissing me off like now, right? But before it was like ticking or something similar to that.
You're grinding my gears, dog. You better watch your back.
You're grinding my gears. I remember when Peter said that on that one. Yeah, hey, you know what grinds my gears?
That was one of the funniest segments in Family Guy that I love watching.
That was funny as hell.
Grew up with the
Yeah, you know what grinds my gears, chat? Louis not getting the fuck up. That's what grinds my gears right now.
You need to have one of the plushies make a segment and
Or we just get a Peter plush. Hey, what's going on, guys?
that does not exist.
It does.
It fuck.
How does Luigi fan have it?
It,
Yeah, so keep your mouth shut. I'm just kidding. Bro, he also makes plushies too. Like handcrafts or gets them handcrafted by other people. It's inspiring as fuck.
I know that's why.
Ticking me off was more of a polite way of saying pissing me off. Yeah, it was. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, it's a Wario time. Beep, 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 beep. Ask Louis, Mario or Sonic, and whichever he picks, the other games vanish forever. Fuck no. No. Wait. Yo, Louis, Mario or Sonic, bro? If you had to choose one. If you were locked in a room, which one are you choosing? See, I would have just vanished forever, personally. I mean, keep those franchises alive, I would have just straight up been...
Yeah, I'm getting Thanos nuts. I don't care. Both games, both worlds are amazing. I have amazing video games.
I'm about to vanish like that one meme. Yo, they see these bagels? Ah!
Oh my god.
And he died from the editing. Like the edit, no? What did he say?
And that's when the circle is ah!
Yeah.
Scott.
Little scream memes, but nah, bro. Like if one of those vanish, I would never even choose one to vanish because you know how many lives like those series impacted. If one of them just vanished forever, meaning all the people that have played that respective series, would their memories of the franchise go forever?
They won't remember because it was original existence.
That sucks. Because imagine, like, who the fuck's gonna be Mr. Video Game then if it isn't fucking Mario, dog?
Can't be Link, I'll tell you that much.
No, it can't be. I would argue none of them in Mario's IP would even be on that. Well, I mean, there was Pac-Man before Mario, so maybe Pac-Man would basically become Mr. Video
That nigga
Game.
wouldn't last and you know it if Mario was fucking gone.
Dude, that's not true. Pac-Man was literally years before Mario even came out.
Yeah, I know that, but he's alive.
Pac-Man probably would be Mr. Video Game, considering.
You know how long it took for Pac-Man to come back into the fucking mainline video game scene?
You know how long they've been reusing the original Pac-Man for?
That's true.
And it still gets people playing all the time?
I'll give you that, yeah, but I'm talking about the main genuine Pac-Man game.
Yeah. Which gets people playing them all the time. In the arcades? How do I know? Because of how many different versions there are.
Oh, wait, niggas are playing Pac-Man World, dog.
How many days are playing Pac-Man World? That's debatable. I have no idea about that. But either way, Pac-Man World was not his last game.
Pokemon Blue when it came out?
Well, yeah, of course, but I'm not saying... What, you think Pokemon would be the face of Nintendo?
Look up.
Alright, you got me with that one. But no, fuck that.
Look how many fucking generations they have. TV shows, animes, and movies, dog.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah, but you know Pokemon got made at the Switch era? Actually... Yeah, Switch era.
You really want to go there? Come on, bro. Think about it.
I mean, think about the Pokemon game's quality, dog. Like, that shit dipped on Switch 1. I know they're still playing it because they're that dedicated, but still.
Yeah,
You can't lie, the quality dipped for Pokemon a long time ago.
Okay, I can give you that one. I can't lie about that. I'll give you that.
Do your stretching. We're going to be playing Pokemon and Samus here in a minute.
Playing Pikachu again?
No. Oh, wait. No, I beat the research facility. Last night. That was the last one I was on. I did the Samus and the whatever for. Oh, do you have work today?
No, today's Tuesday.
Perfect. We can finish the whole thing in this video. What? That's Louis.
I had fucking plans today, but
Wait, what were your plans? Tell me.
No, they don't matter now. I'm gonna be on there.
Louis just said his plans didn't matter, yo. You know what? Now I'm about to show you stretching because of that. In 5, 4, 3. Tell me your plans. 2. What were your plans? They can't be that embarrassing. You can't fucking tell me.
No.
What? Were you gonna talk to your friends today?
No, not really. Well, actually, no. Now I could.
But the point is, what is it? What's so bad?
No, what is it? I wanted to hop on and play for a few hours.
Really? That's it?
No, I was also gonna go out.
What were you gonna do?
I was also gonna go to the library today.
Oh shit, library?
Today's Tuesday. You know, the library closes at 4:00, and I'm like, I'd like to go. I want to put that there.
Yeah, but you realize how far you're walking, right? At 100 degree?
Yeah, I know. I've worked in this goddamn heat.
Just accept shit.
As long as I have water with me, I think
Ooh. About that.
I can bring my water bottle with me.
About that.
I have my bag.
Yeah, we don't have any of those things you just described.
I'm talking about my bag.
Yeah, your bag. I threw that out.
It's right behind you on the red bin.
Nani? His bag. It's right there.
I'll just fill up my water bottle.
Yo, Alex. Yo, Classy, I just saw you down there. What's up, man? How you doing? I got a whole Discord server if you want to join that shit. We can start talking and shit. I was just about to end this one because Louis taking fucking an Eon to wake up. Now I'm kind of glad he did. Kind of got in gear and shit. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? Hey. Yeah, we were homies back in the day. We were talking about Bleach on like Facebook DMs and shit. Getting new voice calls. It was awesome. How you doing, man? Yo, Def, what's the Discord? Louis, can you share the Discord server real quick?
Yeah.
In the chat? Is Louis off today? Yeah, Louis off today. So meaning we're gonna do some subspace because he says he wants to go out and do things. So I'm like, okay, fuck. I won't try to get in the way of your plans, you know? Yeah, bro, good days, just hanging out. Hell yeah, those were fun, man. I loved hanging out, man. Talking about what we liked and shit, what was going on. It was really cool. Wait, what, Louis? Louis, can you go to the Discord, share it? Void's not here to do it, so can you share my Discord server in the stream right now currently? So it can be a link. So it can be a server invite. You should go. You should go. It's him to the library and use Wi-Fi to upload videos. Well, like I said, I have like the Wi-Fi up right now with Cox and shit. I do. What? You guys want me to stream in a fucking library? Like, no. Okay, that actually does sound kind of cool, but I feel like my tablet would fucking burn up to high hell before I even get to the fucking library. And plus, why would I want to stream in a library where you're supposed to be shh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ASMR there with... Oh. What's up, guys? We're doing ASMR in a fucking library.
Yeah, you bring that tablet, I'm making sure that you are never able to do videos again. No.
Louis just said, dude, if you bring that tablet with you to the library, I'm gonna make sure you don't have it. I'm like, bro!
No ASMR in a fucking library. That is disturbing people's views.
No, it's not, because I'm quiet.
Bro.
No, but the point is,
nigga.
open the page and slam the book after. Oh, bro, no, turning a page. I got you with some of the best page turning in the planet. Hold on, check this out. I don't have much books. Okay, wait. this out. Look, check it out. Now check this out. All right. Dragon Ball Z, peak shit, by the way. Here. I like the sounds it makes. $20 book, by the way? Hell yeah, this was $20. This is like number 8 of the 3-in-1 of the Dragon Ball book. This is sick as hell. This was like... Oh no, this was Buu Saga shit, yeah. I almost thought it was Cell Saga. Because of Goku being in Super Saiyan 1 in his normal clothing. Yeah, and it's a whole thing, bro. I love that. I love that noise. But Louis sent, Louis sent the Discord server in there. And also, this is for other people, but if you want to join my Discord so you're notified about when I go live quicker than YouTube lives or noties and shit, please join the Discord. I'm also trying to get people to join the Discord just so they can, like, you know, if you want to be in, like, Roblox videos, whenever that shit gets back up or something like that, then come on into the Discord. It may not be super active, like, for example, people sending shit all the goddamn time, and it looks kind of dead, but at least you'll be aware when I go live, because I always share my streams in my Discord server and my announcements little page and shit. So, if you don't want to miss them anymore, or, for example, that stuff, join the Discord. Because I guarantee you, joining the Discord, clicking the link to go to youtube.com and see my stream is a lot better than relying just solely on YouTube notifications to try and catch me. Because YouTube noties are notorious for not being able to catch a nigga when they go live or even post a video. Or, for example, they'll give you the notification, but the dude's already been streaming for 40 minutes. You know? Or the stream's already over and they just only send you the notification after the stream is up. So, don't look suspicious, don't look suspicious, don't look suspicious, don't look suspicious.
I'm surprised you're gonna be in some
Yeah, yeah. Huh? I started as a joke. Because me, Void, and Lucas were in call, like I said, and they're like, yo, you should do Luigi ASMR going, I'm like, oh.
Did you actually make that one?
No, but I could do one for a test. Look, check it out.
What's going on, guys? It's Luigi, and I have my Wiimote. I love my Nintendo Wii, and
Luigi, what are you doing?
oh shit!
Who was that, Daisy?
Yes, basically gonna get on Luigi. Are you doing ASMR again?
No.
Khakis, like,
I swear to God, Luigi's in khakis is fucking funny.
But no, actually, I can do a trigger with the Wiimote.
No.
Yeah, I can. Press the B button, A button, D-pad, because it makes noise. Oh shit. Rally! I heard Deltarune for a split second.
Someone made him in fucking Mario 64.
Wait, like a Super Mario 64 playthrough with just him?
Bobby.
Yeah. It's a great excuse to play Super Mario 64 120 again. He's behind me, isn't he? No. Gerona! But anyways, alright, y'all. But for those who join my Discord, let me know when you join the Discord by just saying something too. But yeah, let me know when you guys join the Discord by texting in there, saying, hey, hello, Alex, and I'll be sure to reply to you. I gotta reset this tablet twice now because if me and Louis are really gonna do Subspace, then I gotta get up on this shit before he needs to go to the library or some stupid shit. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll go with him. He did say he wanted to bring me there, so that'd be interesting. I can just go somewhere today. But anyways, see you guys in a little bit, man. Peace. Vlog 259. We gone. Oh shit! I actually fucked up all the ending. We gone.